bitch. Get out of there. There we go. Prost. Time to celebrate, baby. I finally get to wear the Citadel's burning shirt. Now, I do think Citadel is going to burn from this, but I do kind of wish someone would make a virtue capital with like a nuclear mushroom cloud or something, because Doug Sifu is fudged. Oh my gosh. So everybody, in case you've been living with your head in a hole, Bed Bath & Beyond became Butterfly today. More specifically, 202-30930-DK-Butterfly-1 Incorporated. Now, what appears to have happened is that the creditors purchased a company called Butterfly that had been on an exchange. I think it was BTFY was their ticker. And a name change was made to that company. This company is from 1971, and a name change was made to that company on September 21st. And today they announced that emerging from the cocoon of reorganization shall be a new company called Butterfly. They have 901 million shares. What looks like from that number is that there's around 450 million shares that have been sent out and sold. They had another 300 million that have been authorized to sell, but the documents today canceled that share offering, so those are gone. Under a situation where the creditors get to benefit from the NOLs, the net operating losses, which can be probably hundreds of millions, if not billions in this case, they have to accept equity in the company. Equity cannot exceed 50%. So it looks like we're going to get a 1-for-1 on our side as shareholders, and they'll get the other 50% of the shares, which will come out to around 901 million shares total. This involves a QSIP change and a name change and a distribution. These are three things that are going to absolutely F in the A every single solitary outfit, individual, family fund, hedge fund, market maker that shorted this stock. They're going to have to close these positions and close them PDQ. Now, this weekend we may get a 10K or 10Q involving this, which will allow it to go back onto an exchange. In that, they may ask to go back to the NASDAQ. So maybe they could, 10, 15 days after they ask to go back to the NASDAQ, they actually get readmitted to the NASDAQ. It's, oh my God. It's going to be so amazing. 3, 4, 5-figure share prices. They have shorted this stock so much and at such freakishly low prices that this is going to explode in a way that I don't think any stock has ever exploded before. And things might get really weird simply because like 23 hours from now, we might be in a government shutdown, which means less SEC oversight. I don't know what that means as far as like issuing shares, if that can be processed through. It's going to be weird, man. It's going to be weird. So weird. And you know what? I dig it. I dig it so hard. I am absolutely stoked. Boom. So I'm drinking my Martinellis because I don't have champagne. I don't drink anyway. So some Martinellis. What do I have today? Sparkling blush. It's won a gold medal 118 years ago. La 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 la. All right. So, anything else? Dog chewing on a bone? Dianne Feinstein died. I mean, she should have been out of Senate a long time. She was a trailblazer. She was a legend and a monumental politician in this country. She just stayed a decade too long and should have just enjoyed her hundreds of millions of dollars in her lakeside mansion. Being paraded around like a puppet, bring her old bones into reanimated corpse into the Senate every day. That shouldn't have happened. They should have just let her retire a decade ago. Anyway, so how you guys feeling? Are you feeling good? I'm feeling pretty good. This is woo 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 woo. So yesterday onto Reddit, last night I posted into the BBBY subreddit because it's that thing is so full of shills. Anything you post that's pro BBY, you'll get voted down a cajillion times. So I posted in there explaining the difference between canceled and deleted, as we talked about almost a year ago with MMTLP. Is that, delete does not mean the same thing as canceled. Cancel's the good thing. Delete is the thing that short hedge funds want. And these douchebags were all over me. And I just stayed up all night just fucking arguing with all these people and just slapping them down. Because shills do not deserve tact. They don't deserve respect. They don't deserve a well thought out, reasoned opinion. You just hit them hard, call them a dorkwad, and tell them to shut the fuck up. That's all I have to do. It's really easy. And man, today when that 8K dropped, oh, they just shut up. And at first they were excited, like, see, all your BBBY shares are gone. You got canceled. You don't exist anymore. And he showed them that it's now a company called Butterfly that's 901 million shares waiting to be redistributed. And they're like, nuh-uh. The only Butterfly I see is Butterfly Network. And you can go, you know what, everybody? You know what? Let's show them what losers they are and just how poorly they're getting their ass kicked. Okay, this is New York Department of State. Butterfly 20230-930-DK-Butterfly-1 Incorporated. Active. Date of first filing 10/5/1971. New York. Okay. Here we have the company. Its legal name, it's a domestic business corporation. When it was incorporated, status is active. Treatment statement status current. Next statement due is 10/31/23. It's based in New York. Blah, 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 blah. Where it's headquartered, 28 Liberty Street, New York, New York. This is where they announced about a month ago that the register agent had moved the headquarters of Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay. All that stuff. Cool. Par value and number of shares, 901 million. Oh, and remember, half of those, 450 million of those, are going directly to people who will be considered insiders and cannot sell. Right? Okay. Now, name history. This is an important one. The shills I kept trying to direct them to in these dork wads could not figure it out. Click on name history. Right? Let's see here. 1971, B&B Textile Corporation. 1988, Bed Bath & Beyond Incorporated. 9/21/23, DK Butterfly Incorporated. Yeah. So there we go. There it is. That is what we are now. I have no idea how this name will last, if it will be changed again. Not a clue. But here we are. Here we are, just rocking and rolling with our new fancy Butterfly One. Toast. Kampai. Cheers. Salut. Bottoms up. I don't know any others. Oh, there we are. That's it. That's our company. We are good. Oh shit, I left that other one on. That's all right. I don't care. You know what? The new one can be on. That's fine. Right, monkey? Everything's good. Nothing can get us down today. We're rocking and rolling. Firing all cylinders. Killing it. Whew. All right. Daytime 2. Off. La la la. La 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 la. Okay, I know I set the show up hours ago. I had to run off to work and do work things and then come back. And I was so busy reading things today that there was no way I was going to get a show done until I had like absorbed all the information through the holes in my head. And yeah. Okay. Nasir Tweety? Nasser? Tweety? Crush the moon. It's Liddy's got some butterflies. Oh, let's fudge and go. Owen Saunders. Hi, pal. I'm confused with BBBY. What's forcing the shorts to close their positions? Can't they just hold the current short, but in the new ticker name? Congrats on being a future millionaire. They cannot, because this involves a distribution of new shares, which means all short shares must be recalled for that distribution to happen. And because there's a QSIP change and a name change, only the shares that follow that QSIP number and that name will get the new ones. So, fake shares ain't going to cut it. This is go time, man. Okay, Mike, I just checked with Ryan Gosling, confirmed he's jacked to the titties. Oh, dude, like, my A cups feeling like D cups today. Michael Harrow, I didn't think we will be able to sleep this whole weekend. No. I am just hungrily awaiting to see what drops before Monday, and just it's just gonna be like I'm lost for words. I don't know. This is gonna be so awesome. Danny Motes, can you explain why bubbly is popping? I'm smooth brain. Thank you, sir. Because we just won. That's why. We just won. And we hold all the cards. Short hedge funds are screwed. Doug Sifu is probably sitting in his garage, in his car, with it on, crying into a bottle of Jack Daniels right now. That's probably what Doug Sifu is doing. He's like, I'm getting sued for $1 gajillion, and they're going to destroy me, and I'm going to get liquidated because of Bed Bath & Beyond. Oh my God, you stop trading on Bed Bath & Beyond, Gary Gensler. Why? And then he's going to get real sleepy, and then they're going to find him in his Ferrari or whatever. J-Dog, my butterfly sheets need a bath. Go Mariners. Back number 3 with Astros. Loss. We were up a lot. Where are we right now? Game over? Oh, 8-0. I have a theory. Texas has been kicking the shit out of the Mariners all season. But the Astros have been kicking the shit out of Texas. So Texas is going to throw the last 4 games of the season against the Mariners, because the Mariners have been kicking the shit out of the Astros. So if we go in tied, the Mariners get the nod for the wild card and Astros are out, and then the Rangers can turn on, kick the crap out of the Mariners in the playoffs if they face each other. So that's my theory, is that the Rangers are going to lay over and just let the Mariners whoop on them 2 more games, because the Rangers get a bye. They're going to be AL West champions. They don't care. So yeah, they're just going to let us win until the Astros are out. Okay. First name, last name. I'll be asleep by the time Houston goes live, but I'll watch tomorrow. Looking forward to promising news. Reddit is going wild. Yes. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to get, since I'm in front of the computer, I forgot to send, okay, BFH was supposed to get their reply. I need to click on, no, not you. No, not you. No, not you. No, not you. Where is, oh, there we go. There's blue sky codes. Okay. Copy that. Copy that. No, cut that, not copy it. Cut. So I'll give that twice. BFH, code to BFH. Save. Okay. And then who else was I? Those are primary bands. Adam Watkins. Who was? Sorry. I know there's at least one other person who wrote me that I promised I was going to get them codes, and I go back in front of the computer. And let's see, it trades. It's Radek. The shill who's messaged me last night has not messaged me back. It's like, you're a loser, and you're just leading these people to their doom. And then we won today, and I messaged back. I'm like, loser. Oh, it was James Perigo. Get your code for that fine young fellow. Copy that, cut, paste, boom, boom, sent. Okay, so that was BOFH and Perigo. Where are you? I know you're on here somewhere. Rayonin, there we go. Okay, so that means for those of you who still need codes, so I'm thinking of it, Don Caesar Shadem. You already have a code, Don Caesar Shadem, so if you want to donate it back to raffle again, I'll gladly take it. Robert Hurt, Walt the Man in the Middle, WATDC, Brian Atkins, Prawesh Dungal, Mark Sloan, Darren Saunders. You also already have a code, so if you want to donate it back, we can do that. Striking Viking, Kevin Rayonin, Laji Molala, and Julio. I think you might have a code too, Julio. So if you want to donate that back, we'll take it. And then somebody else said, wait, who was it said they don't need theirs? Oh, crap. Somebody wrote me and said they don't need theirs. I don't remember what it was. So I think I can draw at least one more. So we'll do, you know, while we're here, we'll do it. Random name generator. Back to scene. We'll do one more here. And see what we get. Who's it going to be? Moo Poolin. Moopity moopity. Moo. Poo. Lin. There we go. All right. Remove name from list. Boink. Okay. There we go. Mariner score 8-0. It's delicious, even though I think it's totally, I think the Rangers threw that one. But whatever. I'm going to be like, I'm walking on a cloud, baby. Okay. First name, last name. The shills were shooting their loads so hard on Reddit and then blue balls. Oh, man. There's still one. There's still one in there who just can't figure it out. And he's like still arguing with me. It's been 10 hours. I'm like, buddy, you lost. Give up. Go spend time with your family in these trying times. Yeah. Jose Rosario, do you think we will get to purchase shares again before the moon? What price do you think they would be by the time it gets listed again? I don't know. I mean, if they file paperwork this weekend, granted, it's going to be probably FINRA, DTCC, registered agents, those guys who will be doing the work. They're non-governmental self-regulatory agencies, so they won't be affected by the government shutdown. Now, the SEC, though, has to give a stamp for like S3s, S1s, that stuff. That may be affected as to when they can issue. I don't know. So there's an outside chance if things go normal, they could be listed by Monday. Then there's also the chance that everything's screwed up because the government shut down, that there's nobody to like put their stamp on a piece of paper at the SEC, and then something doesn't get listed. So it may be blue balling for a while as we edge our way towards the inevitable explosion of joy. So with shares in the past that have been in Chapter 11, reemerged, issue new shares. We're talking American Airlines, Hertz, what was it, Western Oil, and now us. It from the time that it starts actively trading again to when it gets put onto the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange is about 2 weeks. So I would expect to see us back on the New York NASDAQ in 2 weeks or so. So there may be an explosion during the time it's back on the OTC before it returns to NASDAQ. But I can't tell you what the way the government shutdown is, what will happen. This is going to be huge, though. It's going to be so huge. It's going to be thick and huge and just big. That's what we're dealing with here. KYP wants to take a nap for the show. Excellent. Justin G, is this comparable to Hertz still? Bigger, baby. What Hertz had going for it was their inventory of cars was worth a lot of money. What we have going for us is we got the NOLs, the net operating losses, combined with a cajillion shares owned by a bunch of idiots. And we're that dumb, man. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands or even millions of shares are represented in the 240 people in the chat right now. But my guess is it's a significant number, and none of you are going to let them go for anything other than absolutely silly prices. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you guys are going to be like, no, you can't have my shares unless you pay me enough to buy like an island somewhere. And the liquidations are going to begin at some point. I bet alarm bells are going off in every short hedge fund, every family fund, and every little shill dorkwad's margin account about just how effed in the A they are. And they know it. And it's coming. It's an impending doom that they're facing. And it's going to be absolutely delicious. It's, bottoms up. Okay. First name, last name. I'm thinking that since this is such a big name company and not MMTLP, any fuckery will be under the microscope and could possibly lead to progress with MMTLP, etc. Yeah. Yeah. So what's like, so people are straight off and or might do a U3 halt or whatever. This is not a stock that's being delisted and removed permanently. This is a stock that's going to be asked to go back onto an exchange. Going back onto the exchange with a cajillion dollars behind it, no more liquidation, and every right to access the NASDAQ again. So they're not going to be able to do like this is weird U3 halt. You can't do that. This is exactly what's supposed to happen coming out of a bankruptcy court during a restructuring. This is what you want to have happen to an American company coming out of bankruptcy. So FINRA is not going to be able to do what they did to MMTLP. This is a big name ticker with big name billionaires behind it, and it's all sanctioned by the federal bankruptcy court. So hedge funds are screwed. It's checkmate, baby. Right, monkey? Right? Checkmate, dude. Get up here and show me checkmate face. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Come here. Go. Dude, just come here and celebrate with me. Come on. Just go. There we go. Yes. Oh, look at your sweet little face. Little helicopter ears. Oh my goodness. You're just the sweetest little dog. Oh, I can't wait to travel all over the place with you. Okay. Victory head scratch. Oh shoot, are there super chats I've missed? The second shift. Do we have BBYQ shares to be part of the butterfly squeeze? If so, can we still, if we don't, do we have to have BBYQ shares to be part of the butterfly squeeze? I don't know when you'll be able to buy. The BBYQ shares do not exist anymore. So if you're going to buy something, it's not going to be BBYQ. It's going to be Butterfly, whatever their ticker name is. I think it's BTFY. And that's what it's going to be. So when they'll be back on the market, I think depends upon what S1s, S3s, 10Ks, 10Qs get filed over the next couple of days, week, whatever. And we're going to be sitting waiting to see what those say and when they request to be removed from the export market and they distribute all the shares. And I mean, there's some of the documents they dropped today were the fee statements for the lawyers, and a lot of those involved conversation with AST about share distribution, right? So they're talking to AST about, okay, we've got 901 million shares. We're going to give them to you. You're going to have to give them to everyone who's registered and then send those off to the brokerages, and the DTCC and the brokers are going to figure that out when it happens. So that's where that is. That's what we're doing. Okay. I think I missed some super chats, and I apologize because they were done before the show. Ludicrous Speed, just send super chat. Thank you. Ludicrous Speed, great BBBY news. Will the shares keep trading until the conversion, or how will the shorts be forced to cover? Again, the shares cease to exist. So until they get distributed out as Butterfly, I don't know. I assume it's distributed. It'll be back onto at least the OTC, if not the NASDAQ. And you should be able to buy then. It'll be FOMO time mixing in to get that thing to go with liquidating a whole bunch of hedge funds. So FOMO's coming. FOMO is coming. A whole bunch of those short shills that were in all the message boards, they're going to be in the market buying shares because they know they got to get them. Whoever can get those shares the soonest is going to be paying the least for them. So they're going to be jumping in there right now. Who else? I missed one other super chat. Where are you? Oh, that was Jose Rosario asking, do you think we will get purchase share? We'll be able, yeah. Do you think we will get to purchase shares again before they moon? What price do you think they would be by the time it gets listed again? I can't tell you, man. My guess is that the experts are going to try and get as many as they can if it's still in the expert market, but no one's going to be selling, and none of the hedge funds will be shorting at 10 cents. So the price is going to fly, right? Like this company is going to emerge and have a couple $1 billion in NOLs and represent something new out there. You are not going to dump more shares in the market at 10 cents. You're not. You know that this thing's going to go flying because everyone's going to start buying and closing positions. So shorting may happen again when the price is $1,000 a share. People are going to go like, you know what? I'm going to sell some, and then hope it goes down from there. But yeah, it's what price it could be before it gets listed again. I don't know. A lot. I would guess by the time you and I have access to the market again, it will be in the dollars. And how high those dollars are, I guess, will depend upon how desperate some of the hedge funds are at closing their positions as fast as they can and as early as they can. Whoever closes the earliest is who will survive. Anyone who waits to get liquidated, those are the ones that will cease to exist when this is all over. We're probably talking 1 billion or more shares that have to be closed. Right? And this is a stock that's had volumes, average volumes 9 million. Recently, during bankruptcy, the average volume's 2.8 million, right? So if the volume's 9 million, you're looking at 100 days to cover. The price is going to have to get a lot higher than that to entice me or anyone else to go, you know what? I can buy a G5 with that. I'll sell it for $500,000, $2,000, $10,000 a share. This is what we've been waiting for, and everyone is laser focused on just what's going to happen. And oh my god, I'm not gonna sleep for a week. I'm just gonna be drinking Martinellis and farting. I don't know. You know what? Let's top you off there, Stein. A little ASMR for you. Boom. Okay. Where was I? In the chat? I am, guys, the blue balls one. That is, Jeff Chrisman, Astros won't lose. Mariners got the tiebreaker against them, so if we end up with the same record, Mariners go to the playoffs, Astros stay home. It's going to be the month of Houston right here. Not that Houston. This Houston. Okay. Kevin Raiden, happy birthday, Houston. Insert Han Solo. It's true. It's all true meme here. Oh, man. So many butterfly emojis popping in here. Trey Spider, is the BBBY play done or what? Oh, baby. It's just beginning now. Just beginning. Trey Spider, yeah, but I just read something that said the shares were extinguished. Yes. The BBBYQ shares no longer exist. Bye-bye. They're getting replaced with Butterfly. Butterfly will be what takes over now. That's the new company. So anyone's like, well, it's over because the BBYQ shares got extinguished. Yeah, so did the MMTLP shares, and now those are next bridge, right? So there you go, right? It's mergers and acquisitions, baby. New name, new ticker, new QSIP, new me. The company is DK Butterfly, as in David Caston, BBYQ's chief legal officer. I'm sure, not necessarily fact. Lol. Yeah, he is listed in there, actually. Yeah, as somebody in there. So that could be DK. Jose Rosario, when options chain helped them with the shorts. No. The option chain will do exactly the opposite. What's going to happen is the share price is going to fly. Every single solitary option that still exists is going to go in the money, which means they're going to have to go on the market and find those shares now. Because most of those options writers figured this thing was never going to last again. Every single one of those things was naked. They don't have the shares for them. I have no idea what the options chain looks like for BBYQ. BBYQ options chain. Okay, this is Yahoo. Let's see if they've got... Oh, shit, they're screwed. Okay. November 17th, right? We've got 10, 30, 45,000 open interest on that for November 17th in calls. So that's 45 million shares they're going to have to find. Okay, let's look at what's the next one? January 19th, 2024. Oh, dear God. Holy shit. 40, 50, 100. Okay, that's about 200,000. And then lotto tickets at the $45 range. So they're looking at 250,000 shares minimum here. So 250,000 options here. That's what? 25 million shares there. Yeah, they're screwed on that one. Really far away, 2025. Still got thousands. So we got another, I don't know, 30,000 there. And really far away. Oh my gosh, look at this 50-cent ones for 2 years from now. They're picking them up for 3 cents. Oh my God. 1 cent at $2. Oh my God. Yeah. So they've got 50 to 100 million shares lined up in the options chain, and there's just 4 dates. And so anytime it's your strike price, you can execute on those, cause them to go out into the market and have to buy more. So they're going to be spending about 10% of the entire float in just the options chain on 4 dates that exist. That's it. There's only 4 dates in existence. And if this thing goes back to the market, options start appearing for weeklies, and people are going to go buy them, right? So, dude, I mean, just imagine, right? We have, where's that, January 19th? Okay, we got lotto tickets at $45, right? And that means we got puts that go as high as $45. There's just 18 open interest on puts right now. Imagine this thing goes to, I don't know, $1,000, right? These $45 puts are going to be a penny each. You sell your shares for millions, you go, the stupid trading computers write more puts for you at $45. The price drops back down to $15, wherever it should be post merger. You're making $3,000 off every single one of those things. Buy a million of them, become a billionaire. You know, maybe the options chain starts writing for $900 puts. Maybe the algorithm is that stupid and there isn't somebody, you know, managing because the entire fucking hedge fund is on fire. They're making sure they aren't writing a whole bunch of call options and puts that are going to make people cajillionaires on top of already being cajillionaires. Now, like, this is the type of numbers that can happen. Okay, let's go to our trusty calculator. Calculator, where are you, calculator? Oh yeah, restart the computer. Calculator's not on. Calculator. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's say you have 10,000 shares, right? 10,000 shares. Oops. You sell at, I don't know, $3,000. I'm pulling these numbers out of my butt. I have no idea if it's going to go $3,000. Let's just say you sell for $3,000, right? So you're at $30 million. Boom. You got $30 million. You're cool. You know, maybe you go finish up buying a whole bunch of GameStop, maybe whatever. But you look at the options chain like, oh my God, there are a whole bunch of options selling at $500. Remember, you just sold for $3,000. So you are $2,500 away from $500 on the puts on the options chain. But you see those things are selling for a few cents each, right? Or a couple bucks. So let's say you buy, I don't know, 1 million of them, right? You buy 1 million of them at $4 a piece. So you spend $4 million. $4 million, cool. You bought 1 million of them. Oops, clear. You bought 1 million of them. And remember, every dollar it drops below 500 is basically $100 in your pocket. So, yeah. So the price might get to a few dollars here and there when you get down to 500. And once it passes 500 and starts dropping, you're making huge profit. You're making $100 every dollar it drops. If it goes, drops from 3,000 where you bought the puts, passes through 500, you start making money. Well, the natural place is going to settle when it's all said and done, and all of the positions have been closed or covered. It's probably going to be like a $10, $15 share. So that means you stand to make 50,000, no, about 49,000, $49,985 off every single one of those things. That's a number that seems quite impossible to exist in life. I'm not saying you'll be able to buy 1 million of these puts. I don't know if the trading computers will even allow puts to be written. But theoretically, if you were to somehow purchase a boatload of those things, you could make $49 billion when the drop happens. This is how people made a fortune on SVB. SVB was trading at $3.50. Their weekly puts were $1 each at $2.50. And it went from $2.50 to $0. So they made $25,000 on every single solitary dollar they spent. They 25,000x'd every single solitary put they made. And some folks made a fortune on them when they knew the SVB was going down. So it can be there. You can get your 1,000,000% win off one of these things. Be darn sexy. Darn sexy indeed. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it there, shills. Where are we? Okay. 5 hours ago. Houston, please come on now. Couldn't. I was at work. It's the Is It Factory. Houston, my body is ready. Start the stream. BB brand, they did say all parties will be happy with the outcome. Could work out. I'm just going to be dancing. This is all I'm going to be doing. Meet my meals, but for like the next forever. This is going to be just freaking fantastic. It's, oh my gosh. Okay. First name, last name, Houston. I'll most likely be asleep if you read this. Have a good show. I'll watch tomorrow. If you do a raffle, I still need a blue sky code. Thanks. Were you on the, I think you were on the list, weren't you? For the possible, I can't remember. We will have more raffles to do. Charity Tuesday this month for October is Halloween. It's going to be the Hollow Worst. I've not decided on a Halloween costume yet. It will be disgusting. And you won't be able to turn away. Morbid fascination will keep your eyes transfixed on whatever it is I have going on in my body. But we should have like 60 or 100 blue sky codes by then. If everyone who won a blue sky code this time around gives me the 2 to 3 that they have, plus everyone who had them before, yeah, we could do like 100 giveaway and we could get blue skies to like everyone in the chat probably at that point, or anyone who donates. Be like the first, 100 people who donate get a blue sky code at this time. And promise me, if Butterfly goes to the fucking moon, let's make this a world record YouTube live stream charity show on Halloween. Can you do that for me? Can you make me that promise that if this thing goes to the moon, we're going to fund some beautiful charity and we are going to be the gift they never saw coming. I will find some tiny little charity that's struggling, doesn't have a very good endowment, and we're going to give them an endowment. Someone who does great work for, I don't know, homeless kids or lost puppies or women's shelters. I don't know, something that's going to be magical. And we are going to make this the greatest Charity Tuesday there will ever be. Halloween 2023. Just everyone in the chat go, type, 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 type. I promise. Right? Just throw it in there. Okay. Whole bunch of kanji. Michael, what is Butterfly? Butterfly is the new Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond is now Butterfly, formerly known as Bed Bath & Beyond. BBBYQ brand, there's been 14 filings today. The only shares I see being canceled are payouts on convertible bonds and any unsold shares. Bingo. They canceled their authorized shares they had for sale. Those are gone. Wipe those out. No more. Ludicrous speed. Everyone should screenshot your shares of BBBYQ ASCP to make sure you have a record of them. That's also smart. Get in your trading app, you open it up, click on it, screenshot it, and everything's going to be all honky-dory. I'm going to do that right now. I have one in here from a few days ago, but I might as well do it again just so I can show, like, hey, I've had it for multiple days. The date's changed, and we're good to go. So, clack. Boom, boom, boom. Click. And wah, 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 wah. Boom. Screenshotted. We're good to go. We are happy. Now, let me win. What was the price it finished on? 7 cents. Oh my God, this thing's gonna explode. I should have done like a red bandana or something like Roaring Kitty. Okay, so Be your brand. Remember, they still have 1.5 billion debt. They will want to use those 900 million new shares to pay that off. Put money in the bank, start doing whatever they had plans to do. No, the minute they assume the 50% ownership in the company, the debt disappears. And now as a company without debts, they get the net operating losses in return. The net operating losses allow you to write off your taxes for as long as you can with those net operating losses. You can only use up to 80% of your revenue as the net operating loss, and you have to save the rest for the next year until you run out. So if the company starts out small, I don't know if they're selling teddy bears or whatever they're doing, but they make a few $1 million here and there. They can write off 80% of that revenue as net operating losses and not pay taxes on it. And then they go to the next year with whatever's left of the net operating losses. This will go until the net operating losses run out. So once they accept ownership of Butterfly, 50% ownership of Butterfly, the debt is gone. They have no more debt. They come out of this debt free. So that's the beauty of these NOLs. It is the NOLs, some shills were like, it's only like 600 to 800 million. The NOLs are probably over $1 billion, if not more. So it's going to be huge. They are worth so much money. Oh my gosh. That whatever this company is, Butterfly, whatever they sell, whatever they do, they're not going to be paying taxes basically forever until those things are gone. So year after year, until it's like $100 billion company and they just run out of NOLs. It's going to be, yeah. Bonjour, Houston from Spartan. I have 10,000 shares of BBYQ. You think I can tell my boss to... I think we're close to that point of the no call, no show. I mean, you just aren't at work anymore. Unless you like your coworkers. You're like, hey guys, I love you. I'll buy you dinner. And then you'll never see me again. But you're real close there, Spartan. Real close. Plus you're Canadian. You wouldn't necessarily tell them, be like, sorry, I'm out of here, eh? and then they're going to be like, oh, sorry. And everyone's going to say sorry to each other. And then you're going to be moving to Hawaii or something. I don't know. Jason Blackwell, hey Houston, coming out as gay in Japan is very difficult. No closets. Shit, it sounds like it would be easier, right? You just have no choice. There's no closets. Dimitri Maximoff, hearing you say that earlier, I got butterflies, thousands of them. Peter Brand, PP Show, BBYQ live stream is starting now. If you want to hear their other viewpoints, as 4 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago, 5 hours ago. D, happy birthday, Houston. Sorry about BBYQ. Big oof. Tax write-off, here it come. D, the opposite. This is woohoo. We're going to be gajillionaires. It is good news, not bad news. Very, very good news, D. So we're good. We are peachy. We are Martinelli's sparkling blush. Sparkling blush. Good news-ish. Celebrating. We got the gold medal from 1868. 1890 was their gold medal. So 133 years ago, they won a gold medal, and they haven't shut up about it since. Louis, Houston, my wife and I have been listening to your show since 2021. We've learned so much from you. Very happy to report our average BYQ share price is under 15 cents. Oh, sexy. Good job there, Louis. It says celebrate first super chat from Louis. Excellent. Yay, Louis. Way to go. You beat me. My average is like 28 cents. So I'm currently underwater quite a bit, but it's just temporary. So we'll be all right. Scott Lumley. Houston, as a Canadian, that is a regressive stereotype that you have on all of us, and I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I watched what I watched the other night, Observe and Report. It's kind of an obscure little weird movie about a sociopath who is the head of security for a shopping mall. Seth Rogen plays him. And Seth Rogen has a very good, Midwest American accent, like that Nebraska accent, except there's one scene where he's saying the word sorry, and he says sorry. And in America, we have the sorry. And in Canada, it's very sorry. Boot in a boot. We're sorry about that. Emma Hobson, Houston. Rather than peak price, what's the min price you'll start selling? 1,000? Might do a ladder. I don't know if I'll necessarily do one share at a time, because that's a lot of shares to try and do one share at a time. I might do blocks of 10, something like that. Start at $1,000. I'd like to see where it's going. And just like, if we're starting to see news of hedge funds exploding and people jumping out of windows, I might set it higher. But, if I get 10, 15 million out of this, I'm cool. If I get more, hell yeah, brother. So, but, I seriously think this will blow right past where Hertz is. Just judging from the sheer volume, the freakish volume of shills who have been in the comments and how much they pissed me off, I think I'm going big. So, this shirt might get real stinky. I think I might have to wear it like every day. I forget who sent this to me. I wish I could remember. I might have the letter. I've kept all the letters you guys have sent me. I've kept in a file. I'll have to go back through and find out who it was that sent this to me. I cannot remember off the top of my head who sent me the shirt, but it was like shortly after I started this show. It might have been like the first show I did. This guy sent me the shirt and was like, "It's for you. Wear it." And I was like, I told him I wasn't going to wear it until I was certain that we were winners. And I am so certain right now. It's just, I just want to wiggle my fingers and just explode and run around and do sprints and cartwheels. And, I don't know. Do you have that much energy, Monkey? Are you ready to do this? Just side eye. Just beautiful side eye out of that dog at all times. Dan Vander Dudeward. Don Von Dudeward. Thank you, Don Von Dudeward. It's a great name, by the way. Don't ever change it. So, yeah. Here he is. We're happy. We're cool. All right, back to the chat because I'm still 5 hours behind. And Don Von Dudeward, again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good game, Bed Bath & Beyond. Yes, Alexander K, the knockout. T-Mart 2006, come one earlier. This is too much. I need you to confirm that we are going to be rich. I think we're going to be rich. Like really stupid rich. And we'll be able to multiply it multiple times if this thing explodes before, say, GME, allowing us to buy even more of those and get more calls and bring back the volatility. That is, volatility is so delicious. I miss the days with GME when you could just buy a $200 call and know that 2 months from now, that's going to be worth $10,000. And then you could buy the puts and write it back down and do it all over again. Like, I miss the volatility. Bring it back and let the hedge funds feel the pain of it all. Adam Watkins, when the margin calls start happening, won't those hedges who short position need to get closed, but closed on all their short positions as GME, AMC? That's true. It probably will be a domino effect. And yeah. And it's probably going to be a basket of everything on those things. So my dream of like one and then the other may not happen. May as well explode at once, and we're just going to have to enjoy that. And then do it again with the Honeypot Holdings Company. That's okay. We can do it with Honeypot's Holding Company. We'll prove that the short hedge funds are still as douchey as ever when that happens. And Don Von Dudeward, thank you again. Making it rain tonight. Making it rain. Oh, it's such a good night. Oh. I'm going to lie in bed all night just smiling and not sleeping. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to try to sleep. I'm going to be too excited. It's not going to happen. And sleeping won't be happening. Okay. Peter Brand, if you look at the posting Houston's been doing on Reddit, he's very bullish. Yes. Plus those little hedge fund douchebags on there just piss me off. And I want to just like slap all of them. Because they're not that bright. Like they say the same thing. Like you'll point out that these NOLs are very, very, very valuable. And like you can't use the NOLs because you got to do a continuity of business. I'm like, that's what a merger and acquisition is all about. Well, we're gonna do a merger and acquisition, and then the shareholders won't get anything. Like if you want to use the NOLs, you have to keep at least 50% of the equity holders as equity holders in the new company. And then they're just having just the pissiest little bitch fits. And you know what? Fuck them. There we are. It's late night. I got a shirt with flames on it. I say, fuck them. Fuck motherfuck holes. Okay. Coffee Donuts and Homer. Now we know why the shorts are attacking GME. Mm-hmm. They don't want it all to go. They're going to try to stuff everything down in a hole if they can. Cheshire, Houston. You're the best. Thanks for the explanation of cancellation versus deletion. What does extinguished shares mean? Big hugs. Hope hugs the monkey butt and show Batman. Big hugs, little dog. Big hugs. I don't know where the Batman is. He's somewhere. So extinguish just means that the BBYQ isn't a thing anymore. It's gone. But the record of you owning those shares will still exist in your brokerage accounts and AST, etc. So they're going to send those butterflies to us in whatever form they are, and we'll get them when we get them. All right? So just sit back, relax, twiddle your thumbs. Yeah, I bet you guys are so good at twiddling your thumbs right now. I bet you're just like if there are thumb twiddling leagues, I think those of us in these plays would be at top 1,000 thumb twiddlers would all be folks in this movement. Like, that's what we do. Stephanie L. So I anticipate becoming a millionaire soon. What is your suggestion how to move the cash from our broker to a bank? Open a Chase account because that's the healthiest bank. I would talk to your brokerage. If you're in a big brokerage like Fidelity or whatever, they may offer banking services to you as like sort of a shadow bank, or you do just a money transfer, etc. Now, my plan, I'll take a bit of cash because I got to fix the war rig, buy a 4x4 RV, pay off my student loans, whatever. But the majority of my money, I'm just going to reinvest. Like my goal is make one hell of a nest egg, put all that crap into index funds and dividend stocks, and just let it do its thing. And then I can turn my brain off and, I don't know, become a himbo or something. Like, I want to turn this cooker on. My head has been so warm for 2.5 years now that I want it to cool off. I want it to just I don't know. I've never been a reality TV watcher, but maybe I can just watch that and burn off some brain cells and cool my head off. I don't know. So here we are, sitting, waiting, contemplating. And I want my money to just do its thing, and then I can do all my hobbies that I love and not have the problem of not having time, the cash on hand to do them. I can just do the hobbies, and I can help my friends and family, and I can donate to the charities I care about, and I can ensure the people I care about and love are not going to hurt. That's my goal. I want to bring as many of my friends and family with me on this, and let them have some comfort in what's the term I'm looking for, Monkey? Not solidarity. Comfort and knowledge, and I don't know what word I'm looking for. I'm drunk on Martinelli's apple cider. Okay. D, love you, Houston. Pet all the animals for me. How the hell are people being bullish? BBYQ, those filings are devastating. It is gone. No, D. The filings are wonderful. BBYQ is gone. We knew it was going to be gone. It has to cease to be, because tomorrow is the date that they agreed to do a name change, because they have 50% ownership in the IP with Dream On Me and with Overstock, but they agreed to not use the name. So they had to change their name anyway. But there are, remember, there are, there we go. Remember, there are 901 million shares waiting to be distributed. This crap is coming to us. It's going to be ours. It's going to be beautiful. Oh my gosh. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. We're good. We are good. Okay. Luke Alexander. Looks like shills are having a meltdown and are full force all over Reddit. Oh, dude, they cannot comprehend just how bad it is going to be for them. And I hope that they're just paid shills and bots and not like little day trade dorks who thought, oh, I'm going to short this down. You guys are screwed. Because those guys are going to lose their homes. They're going to lose their wives. We're going to find them in carbon monoxide filled garages all over the place, because they're not going to bounce back from this. These are dudes that thought, I'll sell 1 million shares at 10 cents and I'll make myself a pile of cash. I'll make $100,000. And now they're going to own, like 30 million, 400 million, $1 billion. It's, oh my God, they're screwed. Any small time little day trader thought they were going to take out margin. They were going to short this stock like crazy and make a fortune off these idiots who invest in a bankrupt company. They're over. And they're not going to have the cash to do anything about it. So the prime brokers are going to get screwed. The people who lent them the money, they're going to be on the hook for it. It's going to be just, yeah. M. Hobson, Houston. Rather than give the IRS half my winnings, I'm thinking of setting up my own bona fide charity. We can assign 50% due taxes. Thoughts? But definitely set up a family foundation, right? Like, I would love to do, if it's a silly amount of money, I would love to set up a foundation and kind of like a mix between what Bill Pulte does, where he sends cash to people who need it, whatever, and what like the MacArthur Foundation does, the MacArthur Genius Grant. I would love to give healthy grants to people I think are doing cool things. It might be a stand-up comedian who I appreciate, who has made my life a joy, but I know they're like working in a Home Depot, struggling to get their scripts sold. I'll cut them a check so they could live comfortably for the next couple of years and do their thing and bring me even more joy with whatever success comes out of that, right? Like my friend's charity that teaches kids how to weld and forge metal. He's always struggling, and I would love to make sure that he's comfortable and able to teach these kids awesome shit. So these kids are building. I mean, he had 2 of his kids took a broken ass Mini Cooper, and they turned it into a Ute, into like an El Camino, but dropped a Tesla motor in that thing, and it is like the coolest little off-road vehicle that hauls ass. It is terrifying. And these like 15-year-old kids built it. This do cool shit. So I want to make sure that, you know, I can set up some sort of little foundation. I can manage the money. I can make sure that it's like accruing interest and annuities as time goes on, and that I can deal that out as I meet people and they do cool stuff. And I'm like, hey, there's a check from the I Think You're Awesome Foundation, and do whatever it is you're going to do with it. So, yeah. Star Warrior, is it too late to get in? No, I don't think it is. Now, I don't think you'll be able to get thousands and thousands and thousands of shares like people who did when it was 25 cents or 10 cents, stuff like that. I think that by the time trading opens up back to us again, it's going to be in the dollars. But, you know, if the price is going to $1,000 or more a share and you get in at $30, you still 30 extra money, right? So, you know, it'll be incentive. It'd be like folks that got in on GME at $60 on January 22nd, 2021, right? That still went to 480. So a win's a win. As long as you're making more money than what you're putting in, you're good. And there's a lot of angry, pissed off people sitting behind this stock. And, well, I mean, we're happy right now, but we've been pissed off for quite a while. And we want the hedge funds to burn. We want all these douche bros and their stupid little trading algorithms and their stupid, like, drive to destroy everything they possibly can and, like, suck the last penny out of it and make sure that you and your loved ones are stuck in low-paying jobs with crappy benefits in a country with crumbling infrastructure, all because their entire incentive to make money involves destroying everything that can make society great. Fuck those guys. Let's take them for everything they have. Let's take them for everything they have and fundamentally change the attitude and direction of the world. We're going to build each other up. We're going to ensure that the next generation is better off than we were, right? We're at a point where the older generation is leaving the generations below them worse off than they were. And they're the first ones to do it. And we got to change that somehow. You know, I'm 42. I've got, if I'm lucky, another 40, 50 years left on this planet to do cool stuff and to make sure the world is better than I left it. And I'm hoping, got my fingers crossed, I'm hoping that this is one of the avenues to get us there. So, yeah. Star Warrior, is it too late to get in? Oh, I just did that one. Yes, no, not too late. Star Warrior, will you do an update when they release when we can buy? Also, after MMTLP, I worry they might pull some screwery shit. I think they're scared too. I mean, we're looking at 60,000 investors in MMTLP. It was a small play with just a fraction of the retail investors involved that are in these things. And we have annoyed the shit out of them. They wish we would go away. They want to commit seppuku anytime we phone them or email them. They want us to go away. And now we're about to have a pile of cash to lobby and make their lives even worse. So I think they're just going to let this thing do its thing and be like, you know what? I'm tired of covering for your hedge funds. You did this to yourself. The government shutting down. Nothing we can do, man. Sorry. And I think this is going to just get insane. Louis, how many BBYQ synthetics exist and what happens to them? I would guess that 90% of the shares sold since January are fake. I have no idea. So 9 million a day. What does that be? Like what, 200 trading days or so since then? So 9 million. That'd be 1.8 billion fake shares out there. Granted, some of them may have covered their positions. So we cut that in half. So since January, you're looking at 900 million fake shares minimum. That doesn't count anything that was a short before that. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a ridiculous amount. I mean, just look at how many people have just thousands and thousands of shares in our chat. You know, I know there's people, they might not be here, they might be asleep right now, but there's folks that I message with and they have over 100,000, 200,000 shares, right? And there's a lot of folks that are like, I don't have that many. I only got 1,000. You still have 1,000, right? And then there's the folks who are like, oh, I got as many as I could. I'm at 15,000, I'm at 22,000, I'm at 9,000. I would not doubt if the average shareholder has 5,000 or more shares. I have no idea how many retail holders there are. I mean, there's 70,000 in the RBBBY. There's, I don't know how many are in 1,000 there. So I would multiply whatever numbers are in here by at least 5. So if there's 70,000 people in RBBY, I would imagine 300,000 or more retail investors. That seems reasonable to me. Remember, GME went from 10,000 retail investors to, what was it, 900,000 in like a week when that thing was exploding. So there's going to be FOMO now. There's going to be people jumping in knowing this thing's going to explode. Like, oh crap, these guys were right the entire time. We have to get in this. And they're going to jump in and they're going to start causing FOMO and a big old rise. The volume's going to go up from those folks alone. And we're going to take on a whole bunch of the also ran people who don't pay attention. And then all of a sudden they notice their social media is like, butterfly, 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 BBBYQ, butterfly, butterfly. And they're going, oh shit, well, you know, I might as well buy a bunch of shares at $30. And they're going to jump in. So we're going to see a lot of folks who jumped in on AMC and GME passively 2.5 years ago and then left in February that year, never looked at it again. They're going to be back. Macro Turf. I love this energy. I'm stoked that you're stoked. And I hate being this guy, but this is all predicated on the fact that they play by the rules. What happens if they just tell us to F off and blatantly do bad things and such? We burn the world down. That's what we do. So I don't think they can do this again. People will murder. It'll be mayhem and chaos. And you know what? Everyone else behind them will be like, well, it's hedge fund guys. We don't care. They might care if it's the capital. They might care if it's whatever, but they aren't going to care if it's a bunch of douche bros on Wall Street. They're going to be like, oh, the world's better off now. Amazing. And that's what will happen. Dan Von Dude Ward, will AMC GME squeeze as well when BBYQ pops? If they're in the same basket, yes. And I do think they are. AMC, on the other hand, like, AMC's problem is that they've got, 500 million shares they can sell? And they'll probably sell as many of them as they can and keep that thing as tight as possible. GME, on the other hand, they have no intention to sell shares. They've got a huge amount of insider ownership and a militant group of weirdos, us, who won't sell until the price is stupid. So that's where we are. KYP, Houston, do you know how this will affect shares on Moomoo? Also spoke with Valley tonight. They let slip trading will resume possibly Monday. Delicious. I don't know anything about Moomoo. Not a clue. My guess is every share purchased on Moomoo is a big old fakety fake IOU. So probably every share in Moomoo is counterfeit. To join Moomoo, you have to agree to being on margin. So everything you buy is lent out, which means anything you bought was probably lent as well. So Moomoo may be in some trouble trying to find shares for everybody. I know a lot of folks were buying on Moomoo and then trying to immediately transfer everything to like Schwab or another brokerage. But the price would go just as high on Moomoo as anything else. And if they get seized and go under, their accounts will be absorbed by another brokerage. So they're insured. So I don't know specifically how it will go. Okay, where am I? Back to the main part of the chat. I'm still only 4 hours behind. Okay. Jiminius, Houston, butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Sorry. What's happening? I just always think of Reading Rainbow when I think butterfly. Reading Rainbow is a great show. You know what? Maybe we'll watch them together. Kelly Reed, happy birthday, amigo. Do you think MOAS will happen? Will GME light the fuse? It'll be another meme stock. It's going to be this thing going. Butterfly, formerly known as BBBY, this is the game changer. The fuse is lit, baby. We're going. Can I read? Anyone see the short volume on GameStop? Jimmy short volume up 652.12% yesterday. Scott Pollen, Kelly, there's no other GameStop. It's the idiosyncratic risk house reps, senators, mainstream media, and others can't stop talking about. They even make movies about it. What has happened with Baby AMC and others should be plenty of evidence to show the RC email is pretty telling of how he feels about the company, his involvement. Nobody else has anything like it. I think Ryan Cohen's behind much of this. I'll top this off. I'm gonna polish off the whole bottle here. Empty. I mean, he was tweeting about butterflies 9 months ago. The RC Corey, which people assume is his alt, was tweeting about butterflies. Those accounts knew what was up. And this is AOK land. Mark Sloan, Houston. Just watched Dumb Money, a good representation of the start of Jimmy movement up to the congregation meeting after Robinhood shut off the buy button. Yes, and Mark Sloan, I don't know if you're watching right now. I think I owe you a Blue Sky invite. So send me a DM on Reddit and I'll get you one. J-Dog, go Mariners. And he's got the update score from the third from 3 hours ago. See you trades. Congratulations, everyone. Woo! Coffee, Donuts, and Homer. I will believe it when I see it in my fidelity count. Mm-hmm. MOAS for YOAS. A BBY thing goes nuts. Wouldn't that cause all the meme stocks to go as well? Probably. Avocados, I'm afraid of being let down. I want to celebrate, but it's been 84 long years. Let me tell you, the scary part is over. Oh, tell me when the scary part is over. I think it's over. I think it's over. I think it's over. Emu goes fishing 84. Jack the tits. Ditto. Avocados, coffee, donuts, Homer sounds good right now. I need to take a nap now. And coffee, donuts, and midnight. Stephanie L. 202309330 is tomorrow's date. DK is David Castens. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow's date, isn't it? I didn't even think about that. Interesting. I think of that number as, yeah. This is my brain was just like some random number. That is tomorrow's date. Yeah. Yeah, David Castens was the legal counsel leading them through bankruptcy, and apparently he's going to be in charge of Butterfly, at least for now. So, DK Butterfly. Give everyone a pat on the back. Pats on the backs all around. Andrew Stewart, Houston, probably be asleep when this starts, but what does your crystal ball say if Trump is declared ineligible to run again? They're all trying to get Glenn Youngkin of Virginia to run because everyone else in the field is like, They thought DeSantis was going to be the hope, and then DeSantis is so off-putting that no one wants anything to do with him. They think DeSantis is off-putting. Wait until Glenn Youngkin is out there campaigning around. That dude is DeSantis on steroids and lead poisoning. So whatever's going to happen on the GOP field is going to be a mess. If they select Trump somehow, he's going to be probably facing federal prison and be sentenced before the election. So they're going to have to come up with someone else to do that. And I just don't see anybody who is charming, easy to listen to. There's no one who has the zazz at all in the Republican field. And so I don't know who could be the savior in that situation. And the fact that Republicans are shutting down the government, this backfires them every single time. 1995, Newt Gingrich was like, screw you, Bill Clinton, we're not going to pass this budget, we're going to shut down the government. They shut down the government, and then 96, Clinton and the Democrats cleaned up. They shut down the government 2013, 2014 midterms, Democrats cleaned up. They shut down the government in 2017, and Donald Trump lost the midterms as a result. Shutting down the government never is a winning strategy for Republicans, and I don't know why they keep doing it. They lose the midterms or the general election every single time they do it following that. People want you to just fund the government, make sure the services are provided, and shut the fuck up. Yes, other people are like, well, cut my taxes, cut the government budget. Most people are like, just make sure that the buses show up and they get my social security check and stocks are regulated and criminals are prosecuted. Just make sure those things happen. And the national park is open, and like that's the easy stuff that we can do as a society, and we just can't do it because someone wants to do something really silly and stupid and have a hissy fit, and the government shuts down. And then they get hated by everybody, and they lose the elections the next time around. Robert Hurt, Astros winning, Seattle winning, Shorts getting cooked, life is good. Robert Hurt, also send me a message, and I'll get you your Blue Sky code. Okay. Jay Geyser, anyone notice Carl Icahn sold major stake in Xerox? All three director designees previously nominated by Icahn will resign from the board. Yeah, he sold his shares back to them at market. Agreed market price. He made $540 million off of it. So he's got some cash to play with. See what he's going to do with it. Perhaps GameStop trading is all that Xerox money. Looks like YouTube AutoMod shadow bans any mention of Reddit. Really? Weird. Because they're a competitor? I don't know. That's strange. I don't have any like auto shadow banning things on here, so Jay Geyser, 542 million Carl Icahn has freed up to Lazarus Butterfly Cocoon, BBYQ into Amazon contender. I think we might be getting there. Karen Mirza, my Quest Trade account is unfortunately down. Some mysterious maintenance until midnight. There's a few people that said that their accounts. I think eToro was also down. Yeah. There's a couple that were down for maintenance. It's the weekend. There's no after hours trading on after Friday evening. If they're going to do maintenance, it's going to be the weekend. So, also like S&P 500, or sorry, was it BlackRock was doing a giant reset of S&P 500 stocks today. So there's a reset that happened on a whole bunch of stocks today. So probably weird stuff happening everywhere. Peter Brand, Blue Apron going private, buyout at $13 a share. BOH, apparently someone flipped in the Trump case in Georgia. Yeah, someone who worked as a bailiff pled guilty in the turning state's evidence. So, oops, that's another one. That's makes 33 or 34 people who have turned state's evidence in that case. Justin G, chance to see any live streams this weekend, or maybe a Twitch or two. Definitely. I don't think the weather's going to be super awesome, so I might be doing some inside time. I may have to just go run around a bunch tomorrow just to get this out of me. But yeah, we're gonna do all right. Do a Twitch. Do a Twitch. You want to do a Twitch? You want to Twitch around? Oh, sweet dog. Yeah. You're like, it's late. I hate when these late shows. He's a late man doing late shows. Okay. Mario Valdez, Houston. Today, my wife and I were driving through the Sonora Desert, heading out of Scottsdale, and noticed the large boulders. She wants to know what are they and why do they appear to be in piles. My guess is you're looking at piles of granite. So if we go Google Earth, let that load. Bing. Google Earth. Don't you open that window. You open that window. Google Earth. Whenever I restart the computer, Google Earth starts so large that when I try to drag it over my second window, it doesn't want to do anything. Okay. So we're going to go down to Scottsdale. Scottsdale's in here, right? Apache, Phoenix, Florence, Casa Grande, Tucson. Scottsdale's right in here. Yep. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. So leaving Scottsdale, my guess is you're heading this way? You're going, heading out Scottsdale, notice large boulders. My guess is probably somewhere along here. Maybe. These look like the wadis, the little dry lakes. It's heading out, going along. Let's see here. Let's see if we can drop a little dude down here and see if there's any rocks. Any rocks for us to see here? Might be... No, not here. So, exit street view. We're going to go where like the rich people have their houses. That's where you'll see those rocks. Rich people in the hills with their houses in Scottsdale. So, where are the rich people houses? Maybe up here? Rich people houses around here? There is, this looks like a Phoenix luxury collection. See if there's anything here that we can look at rock-wise. Come on, you can do it. Why'd you freeze? Oh no, I broke Google Earth. It's broken. Hey, fat cat, get up here. Oh no, it's not responding. It's broken. I'll give you turn around 3 more times and it'll work. Oh no, she gave up. Maybe what we can do is Scottsdale rocks. Images. Guys, like these? Oh, you can't see that because the Google Earth is still in the way. There. Stuff like this. Like these guys that we're talking about. All these rocks and piles. These are granites. These are weathered granite batholiths. And you'll see them in desert areas all over the place looking like this. Kind of look like they're stacked in front. What happens is hey there, fat cat. Is that it was a volcanic batholith camp, so it was a big giant ooze of magma, and then it froze inside the earth and became one giant block. So this is the same rock as you'll see at Yosemite, which is just a big giant batholith as well. And but this is weathered more. And so as you know, plugs and freezes in the ground, and then it uplifts a bit, makes a mountain range, and then all the stuff on top of it starts to weather away, leaving behind the granite, which is a much harder rock, and it doesn't weather as easily. And now what happens is that sunshine bakes the rock. So at night, the desert gets really cold, so the rocks will cool down a lot as they radiate a bunch of heat away. And then the sun comes out, and the outside of the rock warms faster than the inside of the rock, and they'll split. And then also in the desert, you can get really cold nights. You get, temperature goes down, drops a lot, you get dew on the ground, and the dew will form channels and leak into the rocks, and then it might freeze. If it freezes, the ice expands ever so slightly and splits the rocks. So you'll notice you got these vertical splits happening. Those vertical splits are likely from water intrusion and freezing. And then you can get these splits, these fractures that happen horizontally. Those can be the result of one part of the rock warming up faster than inside the rock and shattering and flaking off. So that's the large way these formations happen. Think vertical, water leaking in, freezing, and then expanding. So there you go. That's it. It was all one rock at one time, and it's been getting blasted and turned into piles. But you'll see this stuff all over the West, like where Giant Rock is in Southern California. Giant Rock. Is it Lancaster? There we go. Giant Rock. You'll notice Giant Rock's here. It's a big giant thing that broke off. But this one broke off from heating. Got direct sunlight from the south. This part of the rock heated, split off in 2003. And then next to it is a giant pile of boulders. And these boulders are the result of that same type of cooling. You go to like Johnson Valley, California. And you'll get, there's giant rock again. You'll get these guys 4x4ing on even more battered rocks like these, but these are granite that beat the same way. Near like Butte, Montana. Rocks. Butte, Montana, same type of thing. Looks like a giant pile of rocks. This is all one batholith that has broken apart over lots and lots of winters. So these things just shatter like crazy as the winters come along. So they'll break up even more than you see in Arizona. And what you won't see, like you can get granite batholiths in tropical places, like the Seychelles. Seychelles granite. So Seychelles, they do have some splitting, but not quite as much as areas that can get cold weather. So this look a little different. They get a little more wearing from ocean and rain, but not as much from weather because they don't get freezing temperatures here. So what's left of the batholiths are these really pretty, well, they're gorgeous. They're just like the prettiest granite rocks in the world, I think, in Seychelles. And I really, 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 really want to go touch them. Look at those things. Ugh. We don't want to go do a party in the Seychelles because I do. I want to go there so bad. Soon we'll go party in the Seychelles. Striking Viking, strangest superstition you witnessed playing baseball. Also, Striking Viking, send me a message. I will get you a code, Blue Sky code. Strangest superstition. I mean, there are players that had like certain routines they would do at the plate, but that was just kind of par for the course. I can't really think of anyone who did anything super weird. A tradition got started with my catcher at Lewis and Clark. He was one of the most phenomenal athletes I'd ever witnessed as just like an athletic figure. This dude could have played any sport he wanted and been an absolute star. His problem was he was a complete head case. Like he had all the physical tools, 45-inch vertical, could throw a baseball 300 feet, like could hit a mile, absolute cat fielding, but his brain was defeating him constantly. He had weird negative Nancy doubts and he would get down on himself and psych himself out when he was, if we were on a baseball field, the most athletic person on the baseball field. But that brain, dude, that brain will do you in. He definitely needed sports psychology counseling. And he should have been playing D1 baseball. He should not have been at D3 Lewis and Clark. He should have been D1, being a star at that level and getting drafted. And I remember, like, we're halfway into the season. He's not performing like he should. He's getting himself down and more down and more down. And his roommate got him stoned, absolutely reefed out of his mind. You know, his eyes barely open. And we had a doubleheader against one of the top teams in the division. And in that doubleheader, he had 4 home runs and 16 RBIs and became the NCAA Player of the Week. Not the Division III Player of the Week, the entire NCAA Player of the Week. He had, I think it was 9 hits, 4 home runs, and 16 RBIs in 2 games. Batted 1,000 in those 2 games. And so then it became get our shortstop stoned out of his mind before a game, and all of his scary head stuff disappears, and he just goes up there, and he's like, he ended up hitting like 15 homers in the remaining of the season and getting named second team All-America. And yeah, so that dude just needed to be stoned out of his mind so that his brain bits wouldn't work. I'm not sure that was a superstition, more as like a medical necessity for him. There was a guy from Australia who, I'll just use this hat because, I got my Kufstein Vikings hat in here. And the coach made him stop doing it, but he would like come up with his mitt, take his hat off, put his hat on, and throw the ball. And the coach's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I don't know. My dad always did it." And like, this is weird, stupid Australian thing. Don't do that anymore. We had to like force him not to do it anymore. He was really sad about that because his entire childhood, he would come up, take his hat off, put his hat on, and then throw the ball. And it was the goofiest looking thing, but they made him stop doing that. He's also a really big athlete, but a drunk Australian, and just kind of a, I don't know. Every Australian I've ever met has been like, I like that guy. I didn't like this Australian. He was weird. He was also the punter on the football team, and he had a very strong leg. He could kick a spiral better than anyone had ever seen. But what weird. You ever had anyone do weird things like they've got to make a little dirt mound out at second base or whatever? If they did, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I'll think about that. I don't know. Second shift. So will Butterfly open on OTC or NASDAQ? By the way, I sold my 10,000 shares weeks ago, hoping to get back upon relisting. Feel sick at the moment. Ooh, I'm sorry. I don't know. My guess is it will probably go OTC and then request to go back on the NASDAQ, and that may take days or weeks to happen. I don't think it will immediately go back on the NASDAQ on Monday. So it's probably OTC first, which would be good. OTC, you don't have the circuit breakers for if the stock starts flying too fast. It'll just go. So if the stock is going bonkers, it'll probably happen on OTC first and then go back to NASDAQ, which means a lot of folks who have FOMO will not be able to buy back in because they're in trading apps like Robinhood and stuff. They don't have access to the OTC markets. So the FOMO may start as well the minute they get dropped back into the NASDAQ, and it may go from there. Well, we'll see. We will see. Okay. Bex Houston, happy birthday. I'm glad I opted to find other ways to cover my bills, so I'm clinging to a handful of shares of BBBYQ and GME. I wonder how long this will drag out. I don't think it will drag out very long. I don't. I think in 30 days, we'll probably be all having a giant party with each other. And Daphne's in Denver. Fantastic. Welcome Houston After Dark Butterfly Edition. Hey, Fat Cat, you want to come back and say hi? Everyone wants to see your little beautiful tail. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on up. Come on. No, don't just keep rubbing my leg. Come on. Come on, Fatso. Come on. I know you want this lap. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on up. Come on. You just rubbed my leg. Come on. Come up here and celebrate. Bring all 6 of your nipples up here. Come on. Come on. There we go. I see you coiling. You're thinking about it. You're going to come. Come on. You can do it. All right. Oh, is that happening? There it is. Cattail karaoke. Checking. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, there's the fat boy. Yes. Listen to that purr. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone. Oh, yeah. There it is. Okay. Okay. C says, Houston, you are a sweet joy to watch. It's been really hard since losing my wife last month. Oh, man. But since you were who we watched together, I've kept on and felt her with me. I super appreciate your shows and you. Oh, my goodness, C. I didn't know. My heart goes out to you. Don't make me cry on the show. Yeah, just hope you got a nice fat cat you can pet, and stay strong. And as I told some the other day in the show, you know, I don't know how to navigate loss. I don't. You just somehow deal with it in the end or something, but you never do get over it ever. I mean, if you have a heart and a soul, you don't. It just becomes this piece of you that's gone. But the best way you can honor them is to continue to be the person they loved and try every day to live up to that. And that to me is my motive every day I wake up. So that's, be strong, buddy. Hope to see you in here. And my heart goes out to you. All right, fat cat. Got some purrs for him. Okay. Shake that off. Yanni, Does spin launch or any similar kinetic launch system have any realistic chance of succeeding? So if you guys know what spin launch is, it's this machine that like gets stuff to like 1,000 Gs and then releases this ballistic object into space. I do not think there's a piece of electronics ever created that can survive those G-forces. So, I mean, if you want to send just metal slugs into space for whatever reason, you will be able to do it. If you want to send anything with circuitry or instrumentation, I don't think it will work. Definitely can't send humans. Humans will be turned to pink mist and slurry at those Gs. I think it's a cool technique. It's a great way to make some sort of like ballistic murder machine that can launch to different parts of the world. But I do not think that you're realistically going to get these delicate satellites to survive 1,000 Gs. I mean, like, you're looking at 15,000 pounds per square inch on just little resistors and stuff. Those things are going to snap right off their solders. So I don't know how you harden a circuitry to survive that kind of force. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe somebody already knows how to make robust circuitry that they can just pack into a 15,000 pound slug that they launch out of a catapult. But Kirk Wilson, Houston, what medical and technology breakthroughs will we have near the year 2100? I bet we will have unlocked the ability for genes to regenerate and cells to regenerate in a way like they do for youth, and we will slow down aging a lot. We'll probably have eliminated most, if not all, cancers. My guess is we will have cures for baldness, for gray hair, for vitiligo, for a lot of chronic diseases. We'll figure out ways to like make the pancreas not freak out so people can like not live with diabetes. We'll figure out ways to like dial in people's metabolisms. It's still 70 years away, but 76 years away. But I think there is a lot of things are going to happen in the very near future. Now, one of the things that AI will do and do well is be able to analyze large chunks of data in a way human can't, comparing diseases to genomes and stuff. And so we will probably find a whole bunch of genetic markers that we've missed for all sorts of ailments, and we'll be able to like zap those with gene therapy and get rid of them for people. We may end up like Gattaca, if you guys ever seen that movie, in the end, with perfectly engineered superhumans everywhere. But yeah, I mean, if we don't destroy ourselves before then, it is. So, yeah. Oh, and there's the reset of the chat. Word. Okay, now I got to go all the way back up. Did I miss any super chats in here? I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. Okay. I got that one. I got those. Oh, I'm still so far behind. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. I haven't gotten to where the show started yet, have I? Oh, well, I'm so far behind the chat reset, and I'm at 10:23 p.m. So if you chatted between like 8:50 p.m. and 10, so I missed the entire start of the show. The entire start of the show is gone. So, is it gone on this one too? Is that still there? Yep. Yep, that's gone. So if you were commenting at the beginning of the show, sorry, I don't have you in there anymore. It's gone. Charles is not here. Why are you live streaming at 1 a.m.? Baby, because it's time to celebrate. We're doing ourselves some Houston After Dark. And you know what? It's almost 2 a.m. where you are now. No, almost 3 a.m. where you are now. So we're cool. We're cool. Got Fat Cat. I got Blush. We're good to go. Frozen Productions, do you think the same hedgies that shorted BBBY are also shorting Torch? Could margin calls push those shorts to cover? I have and Matt long calls. Still. Oh, man. I mean, short hedge funds aren't creative. when one guy starts shorting a stock, everyone else jumps on board, they start shorting it. So I think that's why these baskets are so freaky, because they aren't creative. They all do the exact same thing. If you join a short hedge fund, you may as well join the other short hedge fund because they're doing the same crap. So there's no creativity in these bros. So I think, if you shorted one company, you're probably shorted another company. And that's why we saw weird stuff where, like, these zombie stocks were suddenly popping a week after GameStop did, right? You had Sears and Blockbuster and Lehman, all these companies that had been dead for years started like going up 1,000% on this zombie dead pink sheet market. Because I think they were short on those, and then they're being forced to like cover close positions on them because everything was going at once. Okay. M. Hobson, normies will start asking what the fuck happened, and they will realize they have been duped by Wall Street. Expect a gazillion audits and investigations. Hear, hear. Excuse me. I've got the blush burps. Robert Hurt, what prevents them from moving money offshore? Giving us the finger. Well, they have to have money to move offshore. If they're getting liquidated, it's because they are no longer in control. Their prime broker took over and just started just liquidating their assets out of their account. They won't be able to move that money offshore because that money will be dedicated straight to buying up shares to close their positions. So, I mean, when they've been shorting, I bet they've been moving that money offshore while shorting. I bet all that money is offshore while shorting, so that when they do get obliterated and all their clients' money is gone, the guys who control those accounts will just be able to like go vacation with their money in Bahamas or in Cayman Islands or something. But you're just a happy little dude, aren't you? Yeah. You're a good cat. It's a good fuzzball. Okay. FOMO is coming and so am I. Mick Batista, can the shares go straight to blockchain? Maybe, if that's what they're setting it up for. I mean, I don't want to say they wouldn't do it. They've not issued us those shares yet, so not a clue. Mark Maddox, if our brokers gave us counterfeit shares, will it prevent us from selling when this runs? No, they need your counterfeit shares. They want you to sell your counterfeit shares. Because remember, the two ways they get rid of their short positions, they either buy a real share and replace a short share with it, or they buy a fake share and delete it from existence forever. Poof, gone. So those are the two ways. So they need your shares. They need all of them. All of them have value. And you have no idea if your shares are real or fake, and they won't know until you sell them. So it doesn't matter. They need to either delete them from existence or use that real share to replace another share. And that's just how it's going to go. They need them all. Don't they, little fat cat? They need them all. Just like you need all 6 of your nipples. Okay. Jesse Ituarte? Houston, I have 10 open contracts. What will happen? My guess is that you've got 100 shares in each contract, and those shares are supposedly at options house, hedge fund, market maker, whoever generated those options. And the shares inside that option will be replaced with Butterfly. So your options contract should still exist, in my opinion. It depends on if it's going to be 1 for 1. If it's 1 for 1, then it should be 100 shares in there. If it's 10 to 1 for some reason, your share contract will drop by 10. The price will go up by 10 and whatever. But yeah. So the contract should still exist. I'm no expert on that matter, but anytime I've seen a merger acquisition, the shares in the contract still exist, even if there's a name change and stuff. Scott Lumley, Houston, did we just stop having problems? Is there any way they can fuck us? If there is, we won't see it coming. I mean, they might turn off a buy button again to stop FOMO from happening. You got me, man. You got me. We won't know until we see it, probably. Stuart Longley, will blockchain be part of the listing? Please, please, please. That would be beautiful, but I have no idea. They may just go straight back to the NASDAQ and let this thing explode the way, good old fashioned way. And nobody respects the butterfly, The Simpsons. Kevin Saunders, 10,000 a share. Really just want to hear you say it. $10,000 a share. $50 gajillion a share. You don't have to sell probably until you reach a price where you're like, you know what, I'm good, baby. Brain turn off time. I'm going to go sit poolside with a big booty Latina. And that's just do whatever it is you feel comfortable doing. People who have millions of shares and aren't insiders, their price point will probably be lower than everyone else's because, it's so much easier for them to get to like $300 million of fuck you money than it is somebody at my level, right? The price had to be $30,000 a share for me to get to like, I can buy private island type money. But they could be at $100 a share and they're like, peace, brother. And they're out. So you may see some big whales sell, but there are so many investors at that $5,000 to $20,000 share range that want that same kind of money, and they're going to hold on tight. And I think that's probably the bulk of owners are in that range, and they're going to hold on for dear life and let that sucker moon. So yeah. Hi, buddy. You're just a sweet little dude. SJ's here. Brandon Pogue. So did everyone BBYQ shares change a butterfly, or is that going to happen next? That's probably going to happen next. Yeah. Star Warrior, how to get in the action. Again, you got to wait till it's open market. Or you might be able to buy on Moomoo on Monday regardless, because Moomoo don't care. They really don't. They're in Singapore. They don't care. Holy Gamma Ramp Chalupa Batman. Yes. Looking back at the options chain. Mm-hmm. Justin G got 20 calls for January, 50 cents. Good job, buddy. I may sell some things if the options chain opens back up and get as many as I can. Yeah. Tom R. Jeremy just woke up. Could you condense what happened overnight? Happy birthday. Bed Bath & Beyond became Butterfly. Butterfly is 901 million shares waiting to be issued. Likely going to see some S1, S3, 10K, 10Q documents like that dropped over the weekend, which will allow them to leave the pink sheets, go back to OTC, and likely the NASDAQ. And short hedge funds are screwed forever. And I get to pet my cat in an evil way. However I like for as long as I like. Right, little evil kitty? Yes. Yes. Okay. Brian Stout, cheers, Houston. Cheers, Brian Stout. I mean, here we are. It's midnight on the West Coast. I got 300 of you people. None of you can sleep. I know it. We're just too excited. Sean Lee will be 1-to-1 share distribution. That would be my guess. Because there's about 450 million shares out there. And if they're going for the NOLs, we at minimum have to have 50% of equity in the company. So that would be about 1-to-1 issuance of shares. And then the credit holders would get the other 450 million or the remainder until 901 million shares are given away. There's a whole bunch of 8Ks today about share distribution to executives. There'll probably be a piece of that action as well. So yeah, we're good, baby. We're good. Tom R. PP show is still running. Everyone has a butterfly next to the name. What's that for? Also the viz tile. Butterfly is the company. The company has been renamed to Butterfly. It has been in a cocoon since April, has emerged glorious and full, and is fluttering around. And kitty cat wants to chase it, right, little dude? Yeah, look at the little dude face. Phil Clayton would hate to be Ken Griffin right now. A very human chill has gone down his spine. Dude's probably aged overnight. Looks even more like my ball sack. I wouldn't want to be anyone near a bedpost in Ken Griffin at this point. Ordinary angler, MTLP owner, looking for revenge. Can I buy BBYQ on Monday and get in? Again, not a clue. Best bet, probably Moo, because again, they don't care. They don't give a fudge. Bullions. You can't buy BBYQ anymore, I'm afraid. It's canceled as of today and will be swapped with new equity. You can buy the new ticker once it squeezes at IPO. Yeah, it'll be Butterfly or whatever it is. As KYP said, the broker at Fidelity said it's likely it'll start trading again on Monday under this new name, as if they get those filings in there, and there are people SEC to like rubber stamp things. But the government, remember, the government's shutting down, so if they get filings in, they have to get all of them in by tomorrow before midnight East Coast, probably. So, because the government shut down, no money for nobody. Okay. Money from Mayo. Houston has no more problems soon. Fingers crossed. Sean Lee, I am so dumb. I have 800,000 shares. What? Sean Lee, you're going to own a country. They're going to name like a capital city after you. You're good to go. Jesus Christ. Dear God. Good job. Man. David F., if you're one of the hedge funds, what will be the play here? Buy as many call options as you can with whatever cash you have. That'll be the play. Because you're not being able to buy shares, but at least you can buy call options at a somewhat reasonable price and get all of them you can. So if you're short 100 million shares, you're going to need 1 million call options. Granted, there are not currently 1 million call options altogether in open interest, but someone might be dumb enough to write some. Market makers like Citadel love to sell naked options, and then they tell everybody they cover those options by buying their own options, and they've covered all their short positions, and they do weird fuckery with their accounting that way. If those options start to trigger, then like the short hedge fund of Citadel may have the call options from the market maker of Citadel, who then has to go find the shares, and so they may obliterate themselves. I don't know. But if you have the opportunity to get call options, I would get as many as I possibly could, because it's going to be way cheaper than buying the shares. So I'd try that. Okay. Tom R is done. Not just a confirmed cancellation. It's done. It's become Butterfly, baby. 24, the money. Credit bid by a large bondholder can knock down the remaining debt. Not to mention the NOLs value is tremendous. Huge. Watt DC gifted 10 Houston Way memberships. Oh, Watt DC, thank you so much. Those get gifted randomly to people, I discovered. So you get to join the green team for a month or so. And Watt DC, send me a DM as well. I've got a Blue Sky code for you. So if I see you guys, I'm gonna. There we go. Brandon Pogue, when would the IPO happen for Butterfly? Monday? If we're lucky? If they get a bunch of documents in this weekend, I think they can do it by Monday. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Because again, there's a government shutdown coming in like 20 hours. So, I don't know. But thank you, Watt DC. So we got Mario Valdez, Jose Rosario, Cable Guy, Walt the Man in the Middle, Mike Anonymous, Cheshire, Austin South, Lee Meadows, all got memberships. Fantastic. And Lee Meadows got his scooter. So he's got a mobility scooter. So he's able to like leave the house and do things. So congratulations. A lot of you folks donated a lot of money to him. So thank you so much for doing that. So he got in a brutal accident and has been severely injured, awaiting surgery, and he hasn't been able to leave his home. And you folks stepped up, donated a bunch of money to him, and he's able to leave his house now. So thank you so much for doing that. You guys are the best viewers. Like, a lot of folks don't understand why I don't put up with some of the bullshit viewers. And it's because I've managed to distill down a group of like the most awesome people on the internet. Like, I think if I appeal to 1 million people at this point, it's because I'm not speaking my mind, and then I wouldn't be enjoying the show. And I don't know, the guys, you folks who have stuck with me here are like the coolest folks on the internet. You guys are rad. We raise boatloads of cash for charity every month. You guys help each other out. I've only met a couple of you folks in person, and you guys are rad. I cannot wait to like travel the country with Monkey Butt and shake all your hands and, I don't know, eat burgers or whatever. That's gonna be the goal. We're gonna do like the Houston and Monkey Butt tour. We'll just hit every state and country we can, and I don't know, we'll sleep on your couch, we'll swim in your pool, we'll fly in your private jet, we'll do whatever. Cool? Seems good? Works for me. Scott Paul, real question though, will I be able to buy a trash can, spatula, and hand towel for 20% off? I have no idea. Not a clue. I don't know what the business is going to be when it resumes. If they're going to be in the same realm. If they're going to be, I don't know, selling door-to-door napkin holders. I don't know. Avocado Scott asking the real questions. Zia Trades, Toys R Us opening 20 plus stores of their own announced today. Fitting. Yes, hopefully. The last time Toys R Us tried this, the short hedge funds destroyed them again. They lasted like a year. But hopefully they've got a good group behind them this time. And it's not just shitty private equity douchebags. And they can actually, oh, here we go. The cat's going to try and snuggle the dog. The dog's going to get offended, leave the bed, and then stare at me the entire time the cat's on the bed and be like, can't you do something about this? All the cat wants to do is snuggle. He loves everyone. Look at him. Look at him. He's just like lovingly kneading the bed. He's going to like warm up and cuddle, and Monkey hates. Do you see? Monkey hates being touched in general. So he's going to lay down. The minute she lays down, she's going to get up and leave. Okay. Scott Hooley, that charity is going to be so well endowed, it's going to affect its blood pressure when it gets hard. Aaron Sounding Houston, I only got 300 BBYQ shares, so I can set the sell limit orders at $1,000 for $300,000 butterfly. If your broker will let you, why not? So it depends. Like, some brokers only let you sell, say, 5 times the asking price and stuff. So you may have to like wait until you can set limits till it's like flying. But yeah, my guess is yeah. Scott Paul, Infinity Pool is legit. I think the BBYQ shares that are at the transfer agent will be an important part of the butterfly transition. Shares at Moo might just evaporate. There's also a lot of folks who this week started transferring their shares to DRS. And if thing moons the next week, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. Because remember, it takes days or weeks to transfer over. So, like, if you're somebody who's like, well, I had a bunch of shares in Schwab and I just sent them to DRS on Thursday, dude, you're not going to have access to your shares while this thing's going bonkers. So thank you. Thank you for removing your 50,000 shares from the possibility of being sold in this situation. I'll gladly accept the fact that they're going to be stuck in like DRS transfer limbo for that entire period of time. Thank you. Scott Pollen, do you mean Infinity Pool has held up for 2 years now? It'll be interesting to see if it holds up for another 2 years. I don't know if it'll have to. If all this stuff starts ripping at once, you know, it's the sell for a gajillion, buy back in when it's a reasonable price again, live your life. Scott Lumley, Houston. I've watched every single one of your shows, and most of them live. You are the person that got me into GameStop BBYQ, and I will owe you forever for that. Thank you. There's a few of you folks who have been around since the beginning, who found me off of The Gist, or when Stonk Monkey was on, or was it Mid-Atlantic Capital? What other shows that I'd gone on with folks? So like, I was on like 4 or 5 different programs before someone was like, just do your own show, dude. And I did. So, yay! Ah, hooray! Here we are. I'll be honest. If this thing goes moon crazy, I might not do the 3 days a week. And when I do shows, it'll probably be specifically charity shows. But I like the ability to like chat with you folks and use our brains and learn things together. And I learn shit from you guys all the time. Might not necessarily be in the chat during the show, but you folks send me so much information I consume on a daily basis. It is like, that is truly my favorite hobby. Well, consuming information and arguing with strangers on the internet. Those are my 2 favorite things to do. So you facilitate my hobby for me in a way that I did okay on my own, but I spent so much time searching for information, and you guys just, it's there. Like, it's amazing. You are an incredible network of, absolutely incredible network of folks who are brilliant and curious and dogged. Just, you guys are rad. You guys are so rad. First Day Productions. My father-in-law has been battling lung cancer. My dream is to take the family to Vegas to visit family and take father-in-law to Super Bowl. That sounds like a good dream. You know, my dad has never been to Europe, and my dream to do something with him is I would love to like charter a sailboat, because he's a big sailor. He loves sailing. Charter a sailboat in, I don't know, like Treatsy in Italy, sail the Dalmatian coast all the way down to Greece or something. And just let him like see the architecture, the azure waters of the of like the Aegean, and just like see Europe. He's never been. He's been all over Asia. He lived in Japan and Taiwan and Hong Kong. He's never been to Europe, and he's always wanted to see the architecture. And he's 87, or he'll be 87 in October, and I want him to be able to see that stuff. So just take the whole family. We'll charter a big ass boat, and we'll sail the Adriatic in the Aegean and have just an awesome time. Decatur Raw Houston, why did Doug Seafood throw a tub of butter out of his office window? Because he wanted to see the butterfly. Shorts are fucked. They're so fucked. Absolutely wrecked. Scott Pollen, my gut says that GME Infinity Pool holders are not messing around. They are not. They are not. SJ missed the opportunity to have the ticker butt. Dude, remember when everyone was like messing with the algorithm on Twitter? They were talking about like tickers like butt and ass. Ass is going up. And all these bots were like, well, it's a great place to I just deal ass all the time. Those are the days. Okay. PG Sunday, I'm reporting out of 375 tickets to BYQ. Will be enough to take me to the moon. Depends on how long you hold and what the price gets to. If anything, I think you're going to be doing all right, PG Sunday. You'll probably be able to pay off a lot of bills and sock some away for later. That's my guess. Brett Montgomery, do you think they'll move back to the expert market on Monday and we'll be able to purchase before the new shares are issued? It will probably remain expert market if reporting files with like 10Ks and 10Qs are not filed. But if they get filed, then there's no reason to have them on the expert market because the Q's been removed. They're no longer in liquidation status. It is a solvent company ready to go. So at the very least, it'll be on the OTC, is my guess. Tom R., as soon as hedge fund people are jumping out of the window, I raise the price higher. That's just one less guy monitoring trades for you. Once he's out the window, you're like, oh shit, we're down to 6 guys in this office. 5 guys in the office. Shit, 4 guys in the office. Yeah. Star Warrior Houston will have a show update. Tell us when it's trade, because his Twitter's gone. I can try. If anything, I can make a post to YouTube. If you guys follow me on YouTube, you'll see the posts I make, because they do have posting ability. So, I don't know, post a picture of a cute cat and be like, butterflies, or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. 71 Deniz 2635. Wait, what happened to BBY again? There's no BBY. It's now butterfly. It's emerged from a cocoon. It's now butterfly, baby. Brian Stout, did you DRS any of your shares? No. I didn't DRS a single Bed Bath & Beyond share. I didn't know when this sucker was going to pop out of bankruptcy. I didn't want the chance of them being stuck transferring in that time. So I just went, I'm okay with Fidelity. So they're in Fidelity. Scott Pollen, not sure why Houston hasn't DRS any GME. Makes 0 sense. Because it's kind of a pain in the ass to trade. And yeah. The Gringo Poppy, is Butterfly a bankruptcy return or something they made? The company's name is Butterfly, or specifically 2023-09 021, something like that. That's it's DK Butterfly 1. And then there's subsidiaries. All the subsidiaries of Bed Bath & Beyond got Butterfly 2, Butterfly 3, Butterfly 4, and so on. So they're all, everything is under the umbrella of Butterfly. That is the name of the new company. So BTFY or something will be the ticker. I'm not sure. Dimitri Maximoff, I did say something. He'll do something the shorts will never forget. Good. Fuck them all. Indeed. Aria Shadow. Remember, banks only insure a certain amount, and there is a bank bail-in since 2008. Yep. They only insure a certain amount. Just know that. Know that your brokerage accounts are insured a certain amount. You may be able to purchase, find an actuary and purchase more insurance on your accounts. And if you have got a boatload, I would talk to brokers and financial advisors about that. Whoop ass 2RB. So how lucky am I to have 9,000 shares in a tax sheltered account where 100% of my gains are tax free? Good job. Very good job. Granted, you won't be able to touch that for a long time, right? So I don't know, maybe you are close to 62, whatever the age is, you can pull them out. But yeah, so you can be like, I still have to work for the next 20 years because I'm stuck with the stuff in the tax-free account. So, or you can do what the hedge funds do and like sell a bunch and then flee to Dubai or something and go live out your days there. Hazel, do you know how much a share we're getting BBYQ? For each BBYQ, I don't. I assume it's going to be 1 for 1. That's what I'm assuming, just from the 901 million shares available that they have. So I don't know if that's going to be, all of them. I just assume. I'm making an assumption on this one. I could be wrong. It might be a 10 to 1, 1 to 10. I don't know. But I assume it's going to be a 1 for 1. So every share BBYQ has is going to be 1 share of Butterfly and so on. Rock, yes. Is there a CUSIP change? That means short options has no way to close and just sits in an obligation warehouse forever. There's going to be a ticker change and a CUSIP change, and that's going to force them to close positions on a lot of stuff. And the FOMO is going to kick in, and well, that'll be it. That's all she wrote. case Lydia called dibs on the founder's package of Honey Pot Holding Company. Just wait. If you ever see Honey Pot Holdings Company come out on the OTC, you guys will know what's up. Star Warrior 42. I am 42 years young, and I look pretty good. It's because I drink Martinelli's apple cider, and that's my vice. I don't know. Speaking of which, it's gone. I polished off an entire bottle of Martinelli's during the show. Yeah, 42. Look, I look pretty good for 42, right? I mean, I got the skin horns growing. Got that going. Like, burp, burp. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the Turkish hairlines and fill that in a little bit and hold on to my youth a little longer. But I do look better than my peers, I'll be honest. I meet other people, like see friends from high school. I'm like, wow, you guys look like shit. I look amazing compared to you. I don't say that to their face, but that's what I'm thinking. Bum, bum, bum. Alan, you 20,000 shares at 22 cents. Not going to be able to sleep this weekend. Good job, Alan. Like I said, you guys all have like 6,000, 10,000, 800,000 shares. You guys are going to be just fine. Arya Shadow, 6,000 shares. Most on retro, 1,700 tax-free savings account. I got burnt on Revlon. And some in RRSP. Michaela Man 2, 5,000 in the trigger. Good job. Ordinary Anglers, what is the symbol for butterfly? I think it's BTFY, but I could be wrong. We'll know when it gets out there, but I don't know what it is specifically at the moment. I think I saw something that said it was BTFY. Hazel A, I'm excited. When does this take place? Fidelity still showing me BBY shares. It's doing it in mine as well. The regular BBY shares vaporize sometime tomorrow. So they said the 30th. And who knows if the name will show up until Monday. I don't know. Fred Jones, well, I'm not going to get too excited until I see it happening. Smart. Yep. Very wise. Jay King asking if the whole basket will fire. GME and AMC will. I think anything in those baskets will fire. Because remember, they shorted all the same stuff. And if they're getting liquidated, they're going to have to close everything. Especially if they're all in the same basket. And the prices are all going bonkers because the XTF, the main basket they were all in. I'm starting to lose my voice here. I can feel it. And it's late. And I know I'm wired, but I'm also kind of tired because I haven't slept all week because I've been so excited all week. Yeah. Vegeta de Luffy, BB is deadly. It's one of the ones that went position close only back in January 21. Looking forward to shorts burning could cause a spillover effect on other heavy short stocks. Agreed. Yes. BBB brand, I'm searching hard and I can only find 2 news articles on BBY in the past 24 hours. I'm very quiet on that front. I am sure the hedge funds are figuring out if they can pay anybody to write an article on this who's dumb enough to put their name on it. Because this is the type of thing you'll get made into a meme if you're like, shares are extinguished and no one has any equity and it's all done. When in 2 days it could actually blow up in your face. So, there might not be enough money in the world for someone to attach their name on it and put an article onto Market Watch trashing this thing at this point. They'll be like, well, boss, I think it's over. So, Offer Hilo. Happy birthday, son. Can you explain what you think BBY Butterfly shareholders shares will happen this week? Again, I would assume they'll file a bunch of financial reports this weekend. And I think their hope would be to at least be back on the OTC by Monday. But with the government shutdown, who knows what that time frame is going to be like. If they have to wait for somebody to approve a document, then I have to wait till the government opens back up. I don't know. Can we edge that long? The longest government shutdown was the one in, was it 2017, 2018 that went like 31 days? That one was bad. It dropped the Dow a lot. So maybe, might be able to play with some SPY puts this week, if that's the case. Yeah. Neff G. Houston, on the day butterfly moons, will you finally tell us your birthday, my brother? It's been let out several times. A lot of folks never picked up on it. My brother, when he was in the chat once, accidentally let it out. I think I accidentally showed it once on stream. I didn't mean to. So if you don't know by now, well. If you love to finally celebrate your birthday. Okay. Rocky S, where does it say BBYQ will get one share? A butterfly, I'm lost here. It doesn't say it anywhere. I'm just making this assumption because of how many shares of butterfly there are. There's 901 million shares of butterfly. And if this is a NOLs play, where the creditors are accepting equity in the company, in order for them to accept equity in the company and utilize those NOLs, they have to give 50% ownership at least to previous shareholders. So if there's 450 million shares out there-ish, those previous shareholders, then that means another 450 million-ish for the collateralized bondholders who are going to take over the company. Then you're going to want 900 million shares, right? It's easiest to do a 1-for-1 for everybody. And then you just give another 450 million to those creditors and you're good to go. Then it becomes 901 million shares in the market. And good luck hedge funds, because half of those suckers are going to be insiders and they aren't going to be able to sell. And the other half are a bunch of assholes like us who only sell when the price is stupid. Stone Mountain, very large granite. Indeed. It's also granite Pluton. Theory Wasteland, I've had to pee twice just from watching you drink that whole thing. I don't know. I can drink quite a bit before I get the urge. I must have like a gigantic bladder or something. I don't know. Treetop elbow tendonitis. I gave myself tennis elbow by destroying blackberries this summer. The act of squeezing clippers and pulling things out of the ground fucked up my elbow. And now this arm is basically useless. I can lift things this way and I can lift things that way, but I cannot lift things this way or do that with any force. So I've got this for another 4 months or so. It's better. I've got these exercises one of the viewers sent me that I'm working on. It is better, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's better unless I accidentally forget it's doing well and I pick up a milk jug wrong and it just goes right back to where it was. That's kind of the point where I'm at right now. But well, at least it's too cold and wet outside to clear blackberries anymore. So there's that. Plus, I may have enough money. I'll just have to pay someone to do it. 24, the money. Never underestimate Holly Etland. BBYQ would not hire such an expensive gun for just routine liquidation. Agreed. She is a nuclear bomb. Is it from aggressive gardening? Lundy. Hey, I'm late. Is it officially over at BYQ? Am my money gone? No. The fun has just begun, Lundy. The fun has just begun. BBYQ is now Butterfly. We shall soon see Butterfly shares in our accounts. And we'll be good. Crazy stuff's going to happen. The short share shills are going to be crying to their mommies. And this shirt is going to just have like holes worn in it from how hard my nipples are. So that's where we are. Oh, there's a reset. Where was I? BTW brand was making fun of me. He's saying we're 90 minutes in the show, and Houston's now reaching the start of the comments for the live show. Hey, I'm only 40 minutes behind now, man. That's not too bad. Sierra Tuba, G-hardening electronics is fairly simple. Firing electronics with gas, light, guns has been done, but spun launch itself is the impossible part. I mean, can you harden electronics to 1,000 Gs? That's the question. That's a lot of weight on little tiny wires and circuits, and yeah. Simon Ellison managed to get on your show while you're doing live today. It's 8:40 a.m. in Denmark now. Saw what you did to the BBBYQ shields on Reddit yesterday. Awesome. They make it so easy. And all you have to do is just call them dorkwads and shit stains and just razz them and dazzle them. You just go, that's not how that works. You're a moron. This is how it works. They go, well, what about this? And I go, fuck you. You're a stupid idiot. You know how this works, you dumb little dork. This is actually how it works. And they go, well, how do you know? I'm like, because I'm smarter than you. Why don't you show me some evidence? I'm like, how about this for evidence? And then, oh my God, when the drop today, when the documents dropped today, I was able to just be like, it's over, give up. Post the link, it's over, give up. Post the link, it's over, give up. And they most of them gave up. They're all kind of having a meltdown, like posting some of their own little stupid memes that should be taken down if the mods were any good on these subreddits. Being like, oh, boo-hoo, you lost all your Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm like, good. I'm glad. That means I now got butterfly, dummy. So, yeah. There are lots of dummies out there, a lot of dork wads, a lot of piece of shit shills. And they're starting to pop up for the first time into my subreddit, r Houston Wade. Got quite a few of them popping in there. And so I do the auto ban on them, and it's like, get wrecked, shill fuck, or something like that as the response. Can't remember what I said. But yeah, they deserve no respect. They deserve no tact. You do not have to handle them with kid gloves. Be as mean and ruthless and god-awful as you possibly can whenever you encounter one. Make them hate themselves more than they probably already do. Just pile it on. The world does not need them. They serve no purpose because they're either a bot, a hedge fund shill, or some stupid idiot who is dumb enough to short these things. So they're part of the problem. And don't be nice. Be mean. They deserve it. A lesson from the happiest guy you know. Takeda Houston, can you explain how the 300 million shares got canceled, which left 400 plus million shares, but left, but after the NOLs and the shareholder participant distribution, we end up with 1-for-1. Okay. So, again, so like there was 700 and whatever, 80 million authorized shares, whatever it is. I can't remember. We had authorized 300 plus million of them to be sold to raise money for the company, but the company ended up going, stock price dropped too fast. The company had to file for bankruptcy, and those things just sat in there. So what they did today is they erased those 300 million shares that have been authorized for sale. Those are gone. Poof, that was in the filing documents. Leaving behind us, whoever's left, holding shares, 400-ish million of them. The new company has 901 million shares, meaning we get about half, and the creditors who are going to take on equity get about half. And then we all benefit from the NOLs that comes through. So it's very possible, whatever business they go into, these folks could really quickly make some scratch and generate some profit. And then it become a dividend stock after that. And that's how it works. So yeah. People being outside paid chat booths. I don't think Houston will see anything said in the last hour. Well, I'm trying. I can feel my voice getting scratchy and dry, and I'm out of my juice. I can go for like 10, 15 more minutes. I don't think I'll get to like the folks that are chatting now. But I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm excited. It's like Christmas or Christmas Eve. I'm waiting for Christmas morning. So Christmas morning may take like 2 weeks, and so here we are. Pivian, Houston, do you have any more Blue Sky invites? All the Blue Sky invites I've been given. I've promised to folks. Again, I was supposed to get one to Snurtlert. That's right. Snurtlert was one of the ones who messaged me. And where was Snurtlert? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, there it is. There's Snurtlert. Okay. Snurtlert, let me get you your code. Okay, click that one. Highlight that. Oops, nope. Highlight it again. Cut. And send to Snurtlert. Bam, bam. Cross him off the list. So, Don Caesar Shadem. Don Caesar Shadem won last month, so he may give his up. Robert Hurt, Walt the Man in the Middle, WATDC, Brian Atkins, Prawish Dungal, Mark Sloan, Darren Saunders, Striking Viking, Kevin Rayonen, Laji Molala, Julio Miami, who I also think still has a code, so he might give those up, and Moo Poulin is the most recent winner. So the folks who I think are on Blue Sky, donate them back to me, then I can pull maybe 3 or 4 more names that are on the list. And to get on the list, you have to donate for the charity show on Tuesday. The next opportunity will be Halloween. Things will go absolutely nuts on Halloween. What DC give to 10 more memberships? Man, you're awesome. Look at all these green names. How fantastic is that? Little green army here popping up. Fantastic. Fantastic. What DC being the What DC? Look at the cat and everything on the avatar. Okay. The Meta, so glad I got some sleep before the show and this info. Excellent. Lundy, if BBYQ shares are canceled, Shorty's already won, right? No. Even if they issue shares for Butterfly, WTV later on, am I wrong? You are wrong. Canceled is a good thing. Canceled is what they do during a merger acquisition. So you cancel the old shares and you issue new shares to everyone who had those shares. That's what they do. The short hedge funds are trying to get you to believe that canceled means the same thing as deleted. Deleted is what short hedge funds want. You delete the shares from existence, then you never have to cover or close. Look at these two idiots sleeping together. She never got up. I just realized that. Look at that, those snuggle bunnies. So canceled. Yeah, they canceled BBYQ. Who gives a shit? We're going to get Butterfly. We're good. Because those NOLs are worth like $1 kajillion. And the only way to make those NOLs worth anything is to give us equity in the new company. Remember, they said that all classes would be satisfied with this result, right? And we were class 9. And then the short hedge was like, well, you're not going to get a distribution or you're remunerated. Yeah, we're not debtors, right? Like, if the stalking horse bids had been $50 bajillion trillion, right? And that it was more than enough to pay off all the outstanding debt, then we would have gotten a cut of that. But it wasn't. So how we're going to get happy is to keep our shares in this new company. And oh goodness, am I happy. We're good. We're good, Lundy. We're good. Michaela Mann, have a good night. If you're holding BYQ, we're going to make it. Unwavering conviction. Have a good night, good morning, or good morning. Thank you. Eric D. Houston, find out Dan Feinstein. Yep, Dan Feinstein passed away today at age 90. She was on the house floor like yesterday, too. Justin Kappa TV, thoughts on Ryan Cohen taking reins at GameStop? We all saw that coming. So, don't worry. Oh my gosh, my voice is so scratchy right now. It's been a long day. A lot of chit-chatting today. 808 Quali, happy birthday, Houston. Do you think that any problems will come when they realize how many synthetic short shares are in existence of an old entity? Well, those problems won't be our problems. Those will be our saving grace. You got to look at it. We're on the winning side of this sucker. So they're going to have problems, and their problems are become our riches. Yeah. So we might double the number of billionaires in this country, or we might just take over existing billionaires with the other crap they got going on. We'll buy their houses at auction. We'll be fine. Nate P, just you were streaming. Did you ever find average what people hold? I don't know. I'm assuming an average. I'm just calculating from the conversations I've had with folks. And again, it might be skewed towards people that are more invested in this. Therefore, I'm just hearing from folks more and more like, hey, I've got 20,000 shares or whatever. But I think most people, you've got $500. You can buy 14,000 shares right now with $500. So you're going to be fine. When you're making a play like this, you're like, well, share price is single digit, 7 cents, 7.89 cents or whatever. So if we do have access to it on Monday, I'm sure the FOMO is really going to kick in. That price is going to scream. It's going to start flying because people are like, well, shit, I need to get what I can while I can, and go from there. So yeah, there's going to be more jumping in. The FOMO is going to be real. What DC? Happy birthday, Kilo in chat. I'm jacked. I have 4.8 million shares. Holy moly. You got 10% of the float there. If you're telling the truth, I'm going to just pretend like you are and accept it that way. 4.8 million shares. Holy shit. You're going to be a billionaire, dude. You're going to be a billionaire. The price has to get to $250 and you're a billionaire. Do good things with it. Don't be an asshole billionaire. Make sure lots of people around you are loved and supported and comfortable and all the charities are benefiting. And don't forget your roots. Eric D. If I make some bacon or smoke some barbecue, can I vac seal them and send them your way? And would they be okay, I wonder? I assume so. Once it's vacuum sealed and cooked, right? I mean, I don't know if I've ever been sent smoked, vacuum sealed. It works with smoked salmon. Like smoked salmon gets to room temperature forever, vacuum sealed. So essentially it's cured at that point, right? If it's smoke cured, that should work. Sure, why not? We can try it. If it comes all fuzzy and green, then we know it didn't work. So, yeah, why not? I'll take it. Eric D. Thank you. Memberships have worked wonders at PP Show. He knows what he's doing on that. You guys are awesome too. Let's get the word out. Woo! I mean, it's freaking 12:34 my time. I got 266 of you hanging out here. You guys are all just fantastic. I'm sure we'll have another couple thousand watch this show over the weekend. And to all of you folks, good job. Good job. Good job. Just good job all around. Talvin 4's here. Yay. It's the same time for Talvin 4. So Talvin 4 won the calendar we did for the charity auction for St. Jude's. He lives up in Port Townsend, and I offered for Monkey Butt and I to drive up and give him the calendar in person. But he had COVID at the time. So we never got around to doing that. Scruffy McGruffington. Bring back SS Minnow Johnson. Patrick Hogan is a DRS holder. I'm kind of lost on what's happening. Haven't been on your channel a long time, but glad to be here. I mean, not much doing GameStop. Ryan Cohen became permanent CEO, president, and chairman. My guess is we will start to see weird things unravel between Ryan Cohen and the dip facility and Philo that's behind a lot of this butterfly in BBYQ. So I'm sure news is going to start coming out, and short hedge funds their hair's going to go white. They're going to go bald. They're going to get like 6 chins, and then, hope maybe the flap on their chins will slow them down as they jump out of their 35th office tower floor. So The Rock, Houston, we only have solutions. Decatur Raw, Houston. Why did Doug C. Oh, we saw that one. Want to see Butterfly. I saw that one on the corner of my eye earlier. Kyle Garibaldi. Kyle Garibaldi. I have not been since the beginning. I've been watching since your third stream. I may not be in on this play, but I couldn't be happier for this. We have a problem family. Come visit LA. I do need to get to LA. My sister left LA, so then I have no one to visit. Because, if my sister was down there, Monkey Button and I would just hop in the truck and drive down there and spend a couple days down and then drive back. Or we could buy a flight for like $70. So I need to get to LA and do some LA things. Probably see my agent and figure out if we're ever going to sell this geology show. Hell, maybe I'll fund it myself if this is all over. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing it. John Vasquez got 600 shares. Fantastic. Andrew Dow, morning Houston. I'm in UK and was unable to buy BBYQ, so I bought 200 more GME instead. Glad I did. You may rock it as well with this sucker. Pivot on the spine of Teddy books are pictures of a coin, China flag, butterfly, ice cream, and pizza. Really? I don't have any of the books, so I have not seen them. But excellent. Whoop ass 2RV. Now it's Canadian tax free. I can pull out anytime. Oh, nice. The Canadian pullout method. Good job. Nate P, I forgot what it's called, but there's a way of linking several accounts to one account to be insured. Yeah, if you're in a bank, you should be able to talk to like a private banker and be like, hey, I have a boatload of money in your bank. I want to make sure all of it's insured. And they'll figure out a way to make a whole bunch of different accounts for you that all draw and are all insured. So they've got ways to do it. Just don't be a dummy and put like $6 million into one bank. And then all of a sudden, the housing market collapses and your bank disappears forever and you're only insured for $250K. Don't be those SVB weirdos. Be smarter than that. And I hope you guys have all learned that lesson of SVB. Dr. Evil, what should people do if they come in contact with money? Lawyer up, get a financial advisor. Yes. Get a tax lawyer, figure that stuff out, figure out, if you're going to make foundations, donate to charity, if you form a company, you might form a holdings company, right? For your wealth. Form a holdings company, put that in there and get a giant tax write-off for the amount of starting a new business. You're like, yeah, I started a new business. It cost me $5 billion. And the federal government goes, wow, bummer. So you talks to a tax lawyer about what things you can do. Don't get a giant winning. You get $10 million. Don't spend $10 million because you will owe 37% taxes, $3.7 million. So I've read too many times some crypto bro is like, oh my God, they're going to throw me in jail. I sold my crypto for $130,000 and bought a house. And now they want my house. Like, yeah, dude, you're going to get taxed on a portion of that because you made a huge profit. So don't spend it at once. Get an accountant, a tax lawyer, a estate planner, financial advisor. Do those things. Work through these people. Yeah, they're going to cost you money. They will, but it'll be less than whatever it is you end up paying in your taxes or penalties or what have you. So they do this for a living. They've got plenty of rich clients. They've got dozens of you. They know what they're doing. Carlos Vanceras, do you think Bill Pulte knew about the merger ticket change? That's why he would have the PP show back in November. That's my guess. There's a lot of things he couldn't talk about on the show. He's like, oh, I can't talk about that. So that's my guess. Is that is, I think he did, or he just was so confident talking to Ryan Cohen, who probably was so confident that he was like, that's what's happening. So yeah, he's good. Rocky asks, what happened to MMTLP when they changed the next bridge? How did they not have to close, but now Butterfly will? MMTLP got halted by FINRA, and that's been in the courts and in Senate inquiries and House inquiries, and we're going to get to the bottom of that one eventually. So That's why. So that's still in limbo. They still have to close a bunch of shares. It's still in there, but because it's not trading, they can't. So we're in a weird limbo zone on that one. Cheshire, thank you so much, Watt DTC, for membership. So lucky today, Butterfly, and now membership. Eric D since day one, baby. Yeah. BBB Brand needs to drink a lot of sugars about the crash any moment now. I'm almost to 3 hours. My throat is so scratchy. I'm going to try and get through here. What DTC, I was late to Houston Man hype. I'm so jelly of all you long timers. I have a lot to catch up on. Yeah, welcome aboard, my man. And get that Blue Sky code that you need to send. Need to get to me. Assumption. Okay, that is this one? Oh, nice. Okay. Thief 88 did a really quick sketch when he asked for it. This is the virtue. This is the virtue of the mushroom cloud. Throw that sucker on a t-shirt, man. Yeah, I love it. Good job, Thief 88. Fantastic. Guys, we got to join the Citadel on Fire t-shirt club with this one. Good job. Good job. Doug Sifu's little tiny corpse is just atomizing as it blasts out the side of that thing. Good job. You folks are so good. You guys are so awesome. DX, go to bed so that we can go to bed. Dr. Evil never understood why politicians receive a paycheck and a shutdown while others get screwed. Because they're the ones make the rules. That's why. Like, you know, do as I say, not as I do. That's exactly it. That's why they get, you know, fantastic health insurance paid for and we don't. So, you know, they'll give themselves all the benefits and then be like, oh, you peasant slime. You want $20 an hour to work a job? Ew. So, yeah. Okay. Well, there's a reset of the chat again. So where are we? Jamie, impressive. I'm thermos behind the stream. You keep going. Yeah. Okay, we're to second gifting. Cheshire, yeah, PP Show. What a great show. Found them when Houston was on PP Show. Wanted more info on BBBY and really like their deep DD. Good people on that show. Yeah, I've been on there a couple of times. I wouldn't doubt if I'm on there again at some point. Maybe it'd be like high-fiving and celebrating and doing cartwheels with everybody. But I keep saying cartwheels. But last time I attempted a cartwheel, I burst the blood vessel in the back of my hand and got a hematoma the size of a football. So I don't know if I'll ever try a cartwheel again. But, you know, for $1 billion, I might. Okay. Rajita Luffy Houston, I have a request. Tell the shorts, last one out is a rotten egg. Shorts, last one out is a rotten egg. Or just a eviscerated shell of a former company and a bunch of empty offices and probably some SEC investigators picking up boxes. Q Entertainment. What happened to your Twitter account? Elon deleted it after I was mean to some Nazis. So some Nazis were saying Nazi stuff, and I posted a picture telling them to follow their leader, and it had a picture of Hitler blowing his brains out. And apparently that's wrong. They can say, like, kill all the Jews and put them into ovens, but I can't tell them to follow their leader because that's me promoting violence. Whatever. So yeah, I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Reddit. Blue Sky is growing. More and more people from this community get every Charity Tuesday. Those folks get on there from the codes, and we're getting a pretty good little pretty good little group going. My feed's starting to get better as more people are coming on. When I first got on, there was I followed 10 people because I couldn't find a bunch of others, and my feed was just those same 10 people over and over again. I was like, we need more people on this platform. Bangin', part 1 question from a newbie. Let's say a short Dumbo shorted 10,000 shares at 12 cents with a cost to borrow of, let's say, 250%. Let's say a butterfly hits $25 a share on a Monday. Is the 250% cost to borrow applied to $25? That stuff gets calculated weird. Usually there's a cost to borrow, which means you have to pay an upfront fee of some kind to borrow. There might be a haircut on the collateral you had, depending on what collateral you have. And then there's usually a compound interest rate that you get charged. So like with your bank account, you have a compound interest rate of, say, 1% a year. It compounds every month, right? So the cost to borrow is different than the interest rate of the borrowing itself. The cost to borrow is oftentimes an upfront fee you may have to pay on that short position, which is crazy because the only reason you are paying a 250% cost to borrow is because you sold short and you need shares. You've hit that T35, no one's swapping with you, and you can't find any shares, and you got to go borrow some so that you can at least have those at the ready, and then you're just paying a fortune on them. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening with those. Part 2, does the current cost to borrow broker take the 250% place? I think it's a one-time thing. So when you borrow those shares, it's fixed, and that's where you go. I don't think it's adjustable rate. Yeah. I don't think it is. I think it's a one-time thing. Who's able to get 7 cents? Some folks are raising their hands. Glitch, how far back did you start covering Bed Bath & Beyond? We talked about it from the beginning. I used to have a big old Bed Bath & Beyond bag in the corner for a long time. From the get-go, we started talking about it, not in detail. I played options runs with them in the past. I got burned really hard last August. Oh, man. So last August, when the price skyrocketed to $30, I had, $50 $9 call options. They're worth like $108,000. And then I was like, in the morning, I'm going to sell these things. I'll make a fortune. And then that night, Ryan Cohen's like, all my shares are sold. And the price after hours went from $30 to like $5. And my options were useless. So yeah, I've been playing with this thing back and forth a lot because it had volatility. It would go from $5 to $25 every few months. And I love me some volatility, but every once in a while I get burned on them. So she's just been like, I'm up, sell now, boop. But I was like, one more day, baby, let it ride. And I was wrong. So you can't win them all. Can't win them all. Alexander Flanner got 48,000 shares. Good job. I'm jelly. Everyone has more shares than me. I'm so jealous of you. Wilbur Dodge. There'll be no capability of buying those shares. Buying as those BBYQ shares are canceled as effective date, which is 9/29. Yesterday, Friday. No, or today. What they did is they canceled the authorized shares that were for sale, and because they never sold them, so those are gone. And then the 30th today, as it is now for me, and probably everyone else on Earth, that is what's going to get canceled, and it's going to become butterfly. You so confident? Why? Dude, because the short hedge funds are screwed. That's why. I've been waiting 2 years to where my Citadel is on Fire shirt. It's been sitting on my shelf for 2 years. I was thinking, I can't wear this until I'm certain that they're going to burn. And I am certain, dead certain they're going to burn. Every fiber of my being knows this. It's happening. I've got all the confidence in the world bustling behind me on this one. Okay. Honey Horse, been a minute, man. Adam Aaron really fucked us hard. He did. A lot of folks. I mean, I had a lot of AMC folks, and I was all gung ho for AMC. I had a bunch of shares. I held through $77, thinking it was going to pop again, and then he just kept fucking up, and I had to say something. I was like, he's fucking up. We need a better CEO who's not going to screw this up, who can utilize the fervent weirdo-ness of the cult of personality that is behind these stocks. And a lot of folks got mad at me, and they left and they never watched me again. They're like, screw you, man. Fudge shill. And I was right. I'm not right on everything, but holy shit, what was I right about Adam Aaron and AMC stock? They really, really, really either purposely missed an opportunity to fuck us, or were so incompetent there was just no way they could ever catch that opportunity. They just really screwed up. And what you can do? I mean, a lot of people are mad and may never watch me again as a result of me just spitting that truth. But they had every opportunity to kick ass, and they just did not seize the opportunity at any turn. Oh well, they got a big share of a gold mine that can't mine gold because they don't have a processing facility. But hey, there you go. Maybe someday they'll get funding for it, and then those shares will be worth a fortune. Or we'll go the same way of every other company that's had that mine and just disappear. Okay. Ludwig Vladimir Dorner. So what's happening at BYQ? We done or winning? Winning. Huge. Giant. Big giant W's off of our head. Crowns. Crowns of W's off our noggins. Short hedge funds are screwed. We're rocking. Remix 40. Haha, the government's about to shut down. Yep. Honey Horse that got banned from Twitter from telling Gary Gensler to go fuck himself too much. That'll do it. That'll do it. The other Cohen, 26,000 shares here. See, you guys have just some loads of shares. Absolute, just boatloads of them. 156,000 shares. Yeah. So, you guys are good. You're golden. You're so good, all of you. Michael Harrison, do you want to partner with us to buy the Florida Panthers when Doug Sifu has to sell them? I might save my cash to buy a big old membership of the Mariners. Ownership of the Mariners. It'd be funny though if a bunch of apes just bought the Mets from Steve Cohen and the Panthers from Doug Sifu. Just I could eat that all day long. I'd love it. I love it. Another thing I want to do is I want there's a super fun site here on Bainbridge. Bainbridge Island is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. It is also home to the third most polluted harbor in America. So if we leave Scottsdale, Arizona here, oh yeah, I forgot this was frozen. Yeah, close the program. We'll start over again. Google Earth is frozen, you bastards. It's been frozen for like an hour and a half. Okay. Give it like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try it again. Initializing. There we go. And don't do the stupid giant bullshit again. I gotta make you small. Got to squeeze you small and then put you in this window. Bam, perfect. Okay, jumping in, going to Bainbridge. So we have a Superfund site on the island. The main harbor here, this is Eagle Harbor. There are eagles here, but it was actually named because someone thought it looked like an eagle wing. Whatever. And there's Wing Point, and then there's Bill Point. So you got wings and bills and whatever. This used to be the Wyckoff creosote plant. So all the logs would get milled and then sent into the ocean, and then a barge would drag them over here, and they would coat these suckers with creosote. This is a toxic waste dump. They spent over $1 billion in the last 25 years trying to mitigate this and clean it up. What I want to do is I want to build a beautiful baseball park, just cap this sucker, build a beautiful baseball park right here, and then start an independent baseball team. Someone plays like single A, double A, whatever, independent baseball team, sign whoever I want, and have one of the most beautiful vistas in the entire world, because this overlooks, if you look north from here, you'll east, you got downtown Seattle, you got the ferries going by, you got birds and seals and all sorts of things. You look north, you can see Mount Baker from there, and a little peeky at the edge of that edge of this thing is you see Mount Rainier from here. So you got Mount Baker, Seattle, Mount Rainier. You see the Olympic Mountains on this side. It is one of the most gorgeous spots ever. My favorite park bench in the entire world is take Monkey Butt to the beach, we walk the beach a bit, and then I sit on the park bench right here. And I just watch the ferries go by, and the seals play in the water, and orcas swimming around, and Monkey Butt sniffs things and walks around. All this stuff is not the toxic side. It's a sucker, so you cap it. Just admit that you're not going to clean this thing up. You put a bunch of fill in, cap it with concrete, and then put it in a baseball park, and it would be amazing. The neighbors would hate me, but it would look beautiful. Like the landscape here has changed a lot since I did this. I wonder how far back can we go. There we go. Go back to 85. The creosote plant was still open 85, I think. Oh, not a good picture on that one. How about this one? Terrible. There. 2002. Oh man. Okay. So we got, I can't see it back in the day when it was really good. That's actually a pretty good aerial photo for 2005. But anyway, that's stupid money dreams. Okay, I'm gonna get through these, and then that's it for me because my voice is toast. Michael Harrow, do you think Michael Cohen was cluing with Green Day references in his tweets? Probably. I think he likes to do that stuff a lot. He is very online. He reads everything you guys tweet. He reads all the GME message boards. He is fully aware of all of your weird little idiosyncrasies about like trying to find hidden meaning and stuff. I think he 100% knows that's what you're doing. But he has enough plausible deniability to be like, oh, just tweeting out a poop emoji, whatever. Yeah, so I think he's good. I know, look at this too. Like look at them coexisting. This is the longest they've ever snuggled, ever. Monkey Butt must be so tired or something that she's able to put up with this, but man, look at those two. Look at those little buddies snuggling it up. Monkey Butt's probably hating every moment. She's just too lazy to move at the time being. Oh, I got good animals. They're just good dudes. Just good dudes. I don't know if I made them good dudes or if I just picked good dudes, but they're good dudes. I'd hate to have an animal and be like, I hate that dog. My mom had this Shih Tzu named Babe. He was a piece of shit. I did not like him. He was mean. He was picky. He smelled like shit. And I was glad when he died. And I hate feeling that way by an animal. But like, if you're going to get a pet, don't get one piece of shit. Get a cool pet. Be like, oh, I'm stuck with this little tiny yippy, annoying, angry little fucking dog for the next 20 years who can't get along with anyone and he smells like a turd. You don't smell. You're a good dog. You are. You're a good dog. And you're a good cat. Yes, you are. Okay. Honey Horse, I'm not current on BBY. Why is it going to pop? Because, baby, just turned into Butterfly. Butterfly is going to mean a CUSIP and a ticker change, and they're going to have no debt and some billionaires backing them. So they're going to come right back onto the NASDAQ. They're going to have to do a boatload of closing of these shares because the price is going to scream from FOMO and from the fact they've got to buy in order to cover and close positions in order so that folks can receive Butterfly. That's what's going to happen. It's going nuts. The other Cohen, my erection is a growing concern. Jason Blackwell, Postmo asks, can you send Jason to screenwriter and copywriter school? I don't know if you need it, buddy. I think you might be good. Wilbur Dodge is wanting the official filing NDA release of who is behind the investments or investors and at what ratio. I would love to finally see like who in fact was behind the DIP facility and the FILO and who does own all those collateralized bonds. We may see when shares are distributed, we may see who owns it because a lot of those guys will have to be listed as insiders with 10% or more. So, okay. The FU concept. I'm with you on that. Let them burn. Going to sell slowly as I go up to the covered debts, leaving 1,000 shares to risk it all for them to burn. Been in this movement for almost 3 years. Not a bad plan. I mean, you set some aside for an infinity pool and sell enough to cover your investments and then just, ride it up. Just ride it up, baby. Woo! Michael Harrow, I heard today that there was a former continent found which would have been the 8th around what is now New Zealand. Yes, there is. Okay, let me leave the Pacific Northwest. We gotta close this. Go back to modern times. So, it's sort of 8th continent. So you can kind of consider it that. It's this blob up here and this blob out here. So, what originally happened was when there was Gondwana land, you had South America and Africa, plonk, were together. On the other side, India, Madagascar, Australia, and New Zealand were all together. And when they started splitting apart, we had rifts between Australia and New Zealand. We had rifts between Australia and India. We had rifts between Madagascar and India. We had rifts between Africa and Madagascar. So they all just kind of motored off in their own directions. So really, this is all these shelves here. These guys are remnants of the continental shelf off of Gondwana land. And the rift zone that happened between these two is long sealed. It's been disappeared for probably 150 million, 200 million years. So it's filled in with sediment. But you can see that there's other active faults happening. You can see that there's rift zones all throughout the, here's a rift zone right here in the Indian Ocean, splitting apart. This is the part that broke off and caused India to slam into Asia. So yeah, they're all over the place. And there's a big rift zone forming right here. This rift zone is going to make a little subcontinent break off in the ocean. And then a new ocean form between all these spots in East Africa. Okay. Okay, if we bought the Mets, we would still be paying Bobby Bonilla $1 million a year on his contract. And you know what? We'd have a Bobby Bonilla Day party at the stadium every year. We invite Bobby to come. We would sell Bobby Bonilla Day T-shirts. Cover defray those costs some. Trey, 3 a.m. here on my way to work. Houston is still streaming. Yes, not for long. My voice is fading so fast. Oscar Bavelar, is this going to fuck over GME? Not in the least. If anything, it's going to light the fuse on GME. Got one share from a neighbor. Forgot about it. At least she has got some luck. Tammy G, I don't know why. Whenever I go to your latest videos, it shows me 3 months ago earliest. Oh, that's you got to click the live videos because Marius has not had a chance to cut any clips out of our videos for a long time. He's had some family tragedies happen. He's got to take care of an aunt who's now got dementia. He doesn't have time. He's got a family and everything, and he was doing all this stuff as a volunteer. So I can't be angry that he can't cut his videos anymore. It was fantastic while he was doing it. But if you go to YouTube, to my YouTube page, what pops up first are videos, and yeah, those things are 3 months old. But click the live tab, and the live tab will show you. I can bring it up. Why not? Why not? Boom. YouTube.com. Click on this, and it goes to my channel, your channel. So here you got this is the live. Oops, you guys can't see because that's a whole planet in the way. There we go. So this is the show that's going on now, right? What you'll see when you get there is this one usually. So this 3 months ago, this is the last stuff that Marius is able to edit for us, as wonderful as he is. You got the shorts. We tried doing a couple of shorts, but he was having a hard time getting the computer like editing, and I'm sure that there's like money in that stuff. I don't know. But live is where you'll find all the live videos. So right now 240 watching, the one from Wednesday, and so on. Charity Tuesday show and whatnot. And there you go. That's how you find the most current videos. And what a great still right there with Citadel on fire and got the curly Q hair. But yeah, so that's how you find it. Avocados, good night all. Hope we have beautiful days ahead. Me too. Envoy, Houston. How did the Apollo mission cross the Van Allen belt without scratch? Well, I mean, you're not going to scratch on the Van Allen belt. We didn't know what was going to be like going through the Van Allen belts. We thought we may just cook the astronauts as they passed through it. We had no clue. So we did shelter against it. We wanted to shelter against as much electromagnetic radiation as we possibly could. We wanted to make sure that we didn't have any charged particles blasting through the little capsules. So yeah, we didn't know if we were going to cook people when they got up there, because the charged particles get trapped in there and they are very hot, very angry, and they want to pierce your skin. So we shielded them, and that's what we went through. If you were somehow just like a naked human who didn't like freeze to death and explode or whatever out in the vacuum of space, and you pass through that sucker, you would get so shredded by charged particles that your DNA would just turn to mush, and you'd probably die of radiation poisoning. So yeah, you got to shield them. You send them through that stuff because it's gnarly. Okay. All right, everybody. We're at 3 hours and 9 minutes. My voice is toast. See you guys tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live Twitch or something tomorrow. But we'll see you Monday. We'll see you whenever. Things are going to get awesome. Dogs and cats living together. It is the hedge fund apocalypse is upon us. So, rock and roll. Okay. After dark. Slap. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Can't do that one. That one I get docked. If I play that one, that's the one I get hit on. There we go. All right. I don't want to monetize if I do that one. Yay! Just look at those lovebirds right there. They're just great little dudes. It's great.